Victoria Capitals, Mumbai Indians, great over here. Absolutely stellar.
Oh, I fucked it. What did he fuck, dude?
Hey, yo.
Welcome to the podcast, Albert.
Hey, Albert, welcome.
We started. Oh, shit.
We're like almost a minute in, dude.
Oh, my God.
Is that why you're eating into the microphone? That's disgusting, dude. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, no, that's a replay.
Damn it, technology.
Damn it.
Albert, how you doing, dude?
Yeah, good,
Look
thank
at me,
you.
eyes on the prize, dude.
Not when you deep throat your ice cream like that. Shit.
What ice cream are we eating, Albert?
It's, let me get the proper real name. 5-star by Cadbury.
Really good.
It is really good, yeah. Chocolate ice cream with a caramel core coated in Cadbury milk chocolate with biscuit pieces. Please keep frozen at negative 18 degrees Celsius or colder.
Sure.
Negative 18?
Yeah, not positive 18.
No.
It's very pessimistic, that chocolate. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like the old roller ice cream, but with like jazz, you know? Like it's got some jazz to it.
How would you describe the taste of jazz? And if you replace the A with an I?
What?
Jizz. How would you describe the taste of jizz? It tastes like a roller ice cream with a bit of jizz.
No, like the roller ice cream, but like, yeah, the biscuit pieces and the chocolate crust are pretty lekker, actually, I must say.
Oh, this is really good. This is better than the Peanut Super M.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, Super M, I love you guys. We all three do. But don't fuck with that peanut butter flavor again. Or just make a better one, you know, one that doesn't taste like peanut dust.
Yeah, I don't know. Our relationship's a bit on the rocks, dude. They really need to embrace me.
You'll
Valentine's is coming up.
Yeah, you'll have to send us a strawberry one or like a watermelon flavored milkshake.
What the fuck? What the f*** are you talking about,
Could
dude?
you imagine a fucking watermelon flavored milkshake? How fucking gross.
This is a good question, dude. What is the worst flavor? Like a reasonable flavor, like a
so like it
typical
can't
flavor.
be like vomit.
Yeah, you can't be like, oh, toenail shavings from and bird hair.
Yeah. No, that wouldn't be so bad. I'd rather drink that than watermelon.
Chris, you have to stop making eye contact with me when you deep
Put it on
throating your
purpose.
ice cream.
Valentine's Day is coming up, my dude.
I was supposed to leave already, but now you can't.
Yeah, now I can't stand up.
You can. I'll watch. Hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Hey, yo. Yeah, okay, so worst flavor, like reasonable flavor. I think, you know what, and it doesn't even have to be disgusting. Like you say, watermelon, because the idea of that makes me uncomfortable. Like I'd even rather have a pineapple milkshake because it's just a pina colada without booze.
Yeah, that sounds fine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those children, did they just get engaged or something on the cricket?
No, that's just love. Valentine's is coming up.
Hey,
Oh, shit, dude.
shit.
Hey, that's your sister.
Mm.
Does that chick she drew on her eyebrows?
Yeah, no,
With-
I laughed,
you know
eh?
when you hold like a cookie, like a fist?
Yeah, Pretoria,
hold
let's
it-
talk about this.
You
Okay?
hold it like a fist, like
Yeah.
this. And that's
Why are you auntie so angry with your faces that you draw on crayons?
with like a stencil.
Yeah, for your eyebrows. Yo,
You like
it's
cut the
aggressive.
stencil out on a piece of paper and you roll it across. Like you got one of those paint,
Yeah,
what's those paint
rollers.
trays.
Yeah. It's very aggressive, guys. Okay. I know you're not doing it for us, but do it for yourself. Okay. But yes, watermelon flavor, worst. And you?
So for a milkshake, sure.
This is a lot of dead space in the podcast.
Yeah,
now,
so okay, guys, I'm talking while yeah, you think about yours. What is yours? What would yours be? Mine would be like a fruit though, like a. But I can't like.
Like I
trying
don't want
to
to
think
go
of
for like
what
a
fruit.
vegetable or be like, oh, Marmite, because like obviously,
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, like something that just doesn't
like
fit,
watermelon is definitely.
Right? Watermelon
Yeah,
feels weird.
Yeah,
Because no, ginger would be amazing.
ginger milkshake.
I'd chow that, dude.
Sis.
What?
I don't think that would be amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't think.
fucking-
I
I
don't
love
think that would
ginger,
be
though,
good.
dude.
I don't
love
think that would
ginger.
be good.
Dude, it would be so good in winter. You're so good for you. Dude, it's basically like a smoothie, dude.
You can't say lemon because like there's a lime milkshake already.
Yeah. But that would be normal. I don't know. Like what's a
Apple.
A raisin?
But apple, I don't know. I think you could get by with that.
Like raisin flavor, dude.
Just raisin.
Rum and raisin.
No, yeah, you're right. Raisin milkshake. Bring it in. Go for it, Super M.
Don't do it.
I don't know, dude. What? It's actually
It's a tough question. Yeah.
I mean, if anybody's listening, you're going to be very early into this podcast. So tweet us. Let us know what the worst milkshake, like typical flavor.
Dates.
Yeah.
Like it has to be something that you'd like.
Form. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to think of, dude? Which is giving me like clues. Is like flavors of switch drinks.
Milk tart.
That's delicious. But like they've always got weird things. They're like iron brew and candy floss.
Yeah.
It's like always weird shit. They're like cherries and bananas.
Yeah. And then like mangoes and testosterone.
This is a piece of a springbok in it.
Watermelon and clen. Then we've got banana and train. Yeah. Literally. No, but yeah, watermelon for me, I think is the worst one so far that I can think of because it's like you don't want a watery milkshake. It's like on your tongue, you know. It's like
because other things would work, like mango, delicious.
Pear, maybe a grape would not work.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
Grapes doesn't seem like it would work.
Or you know what? Not the synthetic strawberry, like the actual. No, but then it's like a smoothie. Like
Yeah,
it's
then
fine.
that's just
It just tastes super sour, dude. Like,
I think for me, I would say grape.
Grape is actually a good one, I think.
Because it works in other flavors of drinks, but milkshake, I don't know. It's just that creaminess doesn't.
I still do. What fucking flavor is bubblegum, dude?
oh.
Bubblegum.
So bubblegum is actually like a herbal flavor, like Wicks and Deep Heat. It's a herbal, like menthol-y flavor from a tree of sorts, I'm pretty sure, because your gum actually comes from a tree called a xanthan gum tree. So
Where the fuck did that pop come from, dude? Wait. Listen here, Panda TI.
it's called magic, my boy.
No, dude, say that sentence.
Gum tree.
I'll say a pop on the M, dude.
Xanthan.
That was unbelievable.
Gum
Dude, the
tree.
way myself and Albie just looked dead in each other's eyes like, did that fucking happen?
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Okay, but anyway,
so
xanthan gum. So they collect that and then you sort of dry it out and it becomes like a gum, like a chewing gum. That was your original chewing gum back in the day.
Because there used to be a rumor that it was like, oh, this comes from tires.
This comes.
This comes. No, but did you ever hear that?
You can't swallow bubble gum because it comes from tires. Yeah, it's made from recycled tires.
You heard that whole thing. Eh? Where the fuck did that come from?
And as well, when people are like, yeah, you can't swallow a whole peppercorn because it takes 7 years to digest. You shut it out before your body even fucking tries to digest it. Like,
imagine your body, it gets to your stomach.
I've never heard of the peppercorn before.
Yeah.
Have you never heard of that? Like, oh, pepper takes 7 years to digest.
Peppercorn. I've never heard that. I've heard of you can't swallow your gum because it also takes like 10 years to digest.
Yeah, which is also fucking nonsense.
And
Dude.
then
It's just
like,
going to come out all stringy.
expands in your stomach and then like sends gum all over your stomach. That's what I've heard.
Dude, imagine food gets to your stomach and your stomach's like, I detect something weird here. Let's break this down for fucking 10 years, dude.
Yeah.
Let's have a good look at this.
While this person is growing, 10 years time,
we'll remind him in 10 years, we are the time capsule. Remember what you ate in 1999?
Here's your
Some
poop.
peppery gum.
Here's your bubble gum poop.
Dude, what if you had pepper flavored gum? Would it be 17 years or do they just take like the longest?
Also, what if you pooped out gum? Would it like expand into a little bubble?
Bro, imagine you blew a butt bubble, dude.
In the bathroom, in the bowl. Just
Bro, I'd swallow all my gum if that was the result, dude.
Okay. Let's see.
Bro, my TikTok would pop.
Just like your butthole, dude.
Yeah, dude. It would pop off.
How? It's okay. Let's see if you guys can actually guess what a bubblegum flavor actually is.
I asked
It's
the
a
question.
combination. It's a combination of.
It's like no
but
fucking way.
just go for a guess.
Okay.
Go for a guess. Like
So-
it's a combination of things.
Like I definitely think it's something like aniseed or
yeah,
like licorice, that sort of
like
thing.
a buchu.
Buchu.
Tap.
Yeah.
Tap like flavoring.
Okay, yeah, but you need to speak into the mic here, dude. You can't just go.
Okay, you've got cloves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? One, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so cloves.
Sugar.
Fucking idiot.
Hey,
Tires.
excuse me. Tires.
No.
Damn it, dude. I was banking on aniseed and tires.
Tires before they tires.
But it's mostly herbal, right? Give us some clues here.
Okay, so there are fruits as well. A couple that we've mentioned tonight
Apple?
already. No.
Watermelon.
No. No.
Raisin.
No.
Grape.
No.
Mango.
Banana.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
strawberry, banana, cherry, and depending on the brand, generic berry. I've never heard of generic berry
Bro, do you know what this fucking is, dude? This
Pineapple
is, no, my
and
God.
cinnamon
No, dude, you know what this is? Do you know what bubblegum is?
and wintergreen.
Bubblegum is literally the paint water of flavors.
Yeah,
dude.
it
It's, you know
literally
when
is.
you clean your brush and it goes a brown color, the water goes a brown color. That's what bubblegum is. It's a mixture of everything. It goes that paint brown color.
Also, what the fuck's a generic berry? I thought
just-
I thought strawberry.
It's one
was
without
a
any
generic berry.
copyright.
Yeah, I thought strawberry would be a generic berry because
The copyright's expired on this, dude.
Name-
You can call it
name-
whatever you want.
Name a berry, strawberry.
I'll have a generic berry. They're a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Do they
Can I
taste the
have a
same? Do they
gin
work the same? Do they have the same vitamins?
Can I have a gin and generic berry, please?
Generic berry. Geriatric.
Geriatric berry.
That's
That's actually called an elderberry. Fuck, that was good. Actually.
I remember.
World War One.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Speaking of, let's actually get into favorite game of the moment at the moment.
Oh, yes, dude.
lately.
I was thinking about this as well. Like, it would be good to talk about the things that we actually doing each week as well. Like any music we come across. Or,
yeah, I'll talk about your mother.
Okay, so shout out to Sylvia. What's up? How you doing?
yo, dude.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Okay, so are you not going to talk about Oscar's mom?
Yo.
Shit.
Yo, you outnumbered, my boy.
No, dude, are you into that?
No, it's my mom, dude.
Technically, it's none of her. I mean,
That's like his fucking
Albert's
shocked,
face, he's
dude.
shooketh.
This guy is shocked.
Absolutely shooketh, Darren.
Damn, dude.
Okay, but your favorite game at the moment?
Hold it loose, dude.
100%, I agree
Let's
with
talk
that.
about this game. It is insane. Do you want to take us through it, Albie?
Okay. Albert, what's your favorite
Says
game at the
no.
moment?
I started playing a game called Callisto Protocol. And it's actually...
Sorry, I was going to say, that sounds very familiar, but not at the same time. And then you started talking again, and then I just like...
Callisto Protocol, literally sounds like a medication, dude.
It's actually like it's weird. It's very strange. It's like zombies. So I don't know. It's like people in around this world in the Earth, and I mean they do carry a.
Jesus,
like this
dude, did you
guy-
only stop playing this game before you came here?
No, like
People
2
around
days
the world
ago.
in this Earth.
No, because I remember. I remember there's different.
He's
Earths.
used all his words already, dude. I'm just saying arrange
I
them.
remember there's different Earths, right? There's multiple different planets, not Earths, okay.
Oh.
And there's a guy who's like a courier between different planets. But now one planet is like infested with these like zombies.
Oh, shit.
And then there's like a group of people trying to like figure out why this is happening. And there's a group of people trying to like let them loose.
And this is on mobile.
No. This is on PS4.
No,
And
that's
it was,
really cool.
And it was
Okay.
free,
Oh,
which
shit.
is cool. And the graphics aren't bad. So I haven't really gotten too far. I've escaped from the prison that I was stuck in. Because you get arrested on one of the planets. And then the zombie variant comes to that planet and just destroys everything. So I'm just busy. I've escaped the prison, which was quite hectic. And that's where you learn how to like fight and pick up all these cool weapons and meet people. But then also those zombie variants. Holy shit. dude.
So is it third person, first person?
First person.
Okay, that's really cool.
But you can change it to third person.
Oh, shit, dude. Both choices.
Like over the shoulder?
Yeah, you can change the camera angle to over the shoulder.
Damn, dude.
That's very cool, actually.
Yeah.
That is cool. That does sound quite a
It's
cool
actually
game.
quite an interesting game. And I thought, okay, I didn't think too much of it because it was free. But I was like, oh, shit, it's actually quite a cool game.
Free games are the way to go, man.
Yeah, I think sometimes you actually hit some really good hidden gems, especially on like these epic things where they like give away like really almost actually I dare say AAA titles like, you know, the Alien, what was it called?
Alien
Alien
Resurrection.
No, yeah, that one. You know, the one most recently, Xenomorph or whatever. Yeah, that one was really cool. They also give away like Sludge Life, a couple of really good indie games. And I mean,
But
yeah,
indie-
often
dude.
the free games are the way to go sometimes, yeah.
But I'm loving indie at the moment because I've
Tell Kevin.
Lavians. So no, like there is a website called Lurkit. So if anybody's a content creator, LURKIT, and on this website, it's where developers list their games, and then you could bid to play for them, and then it's like a paid advertisement thing. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so like a lot of the games I play, like these random games that people see me playing, is like a paid campaign. So I'll go there and be like, okay, cool, I'll play this game for like $40 an hour. They go, that's really cool. Yeah, we'll accept that. And then they give you like a little brief, and then you play the game, and it's like an honest interaction. They don't give you a script and say, hey, you have to enjoy this game. It's going like, give us your honest feedback sort of thing. So that's
really
pretty
cool.
But that's where I'm playing a lot of indie games. And what I'm finding is that these games are so much more enjoyable because you can feel the passion in the game. It's not it's got breadth to it. You know, it's like it's not just this game that's being put out because people think it's going to be popular.
Yeah.
It's like they enjoyed making this game. It's a big difference, man.
I think like that, I think brings us sort of to the whole Hell Let Loose thing. Like we were
What a
talking
game.
about Team 17 and we were like, this is the same company that made Worms and like a couple of other silly games, you know. I think the one that they made was also like Pizza Braces or something stupid back in the early 2000s.
Sounds like a 2000s type
Dude,
game.
And literally you were like,
Pizza Braces.
You were this. No, but this is the thing. You were like this like intergalactic pizza delivery company and you had to then race each other and then you could like throw pizzas at each other. You remember that one?
I heard you say
I heard
braces.
you say braces, not races. That's how I was like, do you have to
pizza
choose?
braces.
Because I'm pretty sure you can't eat pizza when you have braces. So do you have to choose between?
No, those braces will
having
never last long
braces
enough
or
to straighten their
pizza?
teeth.
Maybe
dude.
that's the thing. Maybe that's the key because it's like, see how many pizzas you can eat without breaking your braces.
Oh, see, that's a different. I was thinking something entirely different. I was thinking of braces made out of pizza and how ineffective those would be.
Or pizzas made
So
out
you've
of
got
braces.
to put in different ingredients to make it stronger. What ingredients would you add to make braces out of pizza?
Definitely bacon.
Bacon. That's brittle. It's yeah.
No,
if you
don't
cook it
cook
too much,
it like that.
No, but then it's
when you
like-
break it.
yeah, but then it's just like I don't know. I
Uh,
put maybe more flour.
I don't know.
Just flour.
I don't know. You're
little
using
bit of
ingredients
cement.
of the base.
I
yeah.
put metal.
Stainless steel.
I love
And
it
dental
when-
glue.
Yeah, I love it when my pizza tastes like titanium.
What did you say? Dude, Albert just spat all over my
'Cause-
fucking arm, dude.
Because it was a dumb idea and I hope you realize it's okay. Listen, you silly boys. Anyway, Team 17, how
That
late
was the
loose?
fucking funniest thing. I need, like, I'm going to make it into a sound clip. Like,
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Titanium. That's how we talk in Tucson, Arizona. Shout out to Jackie Daytona. My boy. Jackie Daytona.
So let's talk about how let
Yeah,
loose.
so
right?
how let loose. I would say it. I mean, I don't know if you get like something like a medium indie game because Team 17 they're very popular, but they're not like as big as Activision or Blizzard or.
I feel like they
the
don't
likes.
release games as much, like, and that's the important thing.
But they release quality games.
That's
This is
it.
the thing.
That's why it's good.
Like you say, like Hell Let Loose is a what you'd call, I guess, a period shooter, period-based
yeah, like a military
shooter.
sim.
Yeah, period-based military sim. So it's set World War II. So you get to play as either Russia,
Soviet.
England, America, or Soviet Union, not Russia, and then Germany.
Yeah.
So those are sort of the four different sort of teams or factions you get to play as. And yeah, I mean, it's got like a blend of RTS because if you choose to be the commander, then you like a more strategy vibe and you drop, you communicate with a lot of the captains of each of the what do you call them?
Each of the squads.
That's it. Yeah, the officers of each of the squads. You communicate with them, and then they tell you where they need resources and stuff like that. And
they've got a commander,
teams, and they've got commanders and stuff like that. So that's like the strategy side of it, and then the rest of it is just first person, like period based shooter, and it's really cool because they've got like all the time accurate weapons. They've got like, you know what I like about it is it's realistic in the sense of that it's like one shot kill in terms of that, like if you take a shot, you're going down unless it's like in your leg, then you'll sort of be dazed.
If you get hit in the like if you get a headshot, there's no res, like nobody can come up and revive you. If you get blown up by a grenade, nobody can revive you. You know, it's like
which is pretty fucking realistic. And then like if you get shot in the stomach or something like that,
oh, this guy got shot in the head, stick your finger in it, dude. I'm just gonna put your head your finger in the side of your head. You gotta run around like
and then when you pull it out, it's like so I must say it's really cool, like in that sense. And for me, my most favorite thing about it is that they don't reward kills as in 1 point or 10 points.
They reward your
actions and your team play. So it's very similar to like your battlefields and stuff like that. But they actually just have a really good point system that works.
Can I tell you something that's even more impressive? Is like the maps okay, fair. So another topic.
The maps.
So the maps are actually like scaled, and they're accurate. So they've used like, this is what somebody was telling me when I was playing last night. It was like one of the maps they scaled 1:1, and everything is historically accurate based on old maps and like scans of like the land and all of these things as well. So there's the Battle of Normandy, the D-Day. Dude, that was one of the most surreal. Like, it was crazy how you felt playing that. It was really weird because you're on this boat, you pull up to the beach, and there's just fucking gunfire. And dude, it's so weird because I mean, it's obviously nothing compared to being in war. But it's the closest I've ever felt to it, dude. Because it was just like you felt stressed out, dude. You're just like, holy shit, this is wild. And people are going like smoke and run, and you hear people screaming and shouting, and like everybody's like shouting because there's proximity chat, so you can hear people around you, and people take it seriously. Like people jump into character and they're like screaming like, oh, medic, my leg, and all of this stuff. And like you go up and you like heal them, and they're like, thanks so much. Like there was a medic that came up to me, I think I was playing like 2 days ago, and like I was down and I needed medical attention. And this guy comes up, he's like, I'm going to get you back to your family, man. Just hang in there. It's incredible, dude. It's so good.
But I think like my favorite thing about it, you know, you were mentioning sort of the realism of it, but like everybody keeps nicknaming it PTSD simulator.
Yes.
And holy fuck. Like at first I didn't understand until like you're in there and you hear like the B-52 coming over and you check the bomb strike, and then you're actually like, dude, what the fuck?
Or the strafing runs.
Yeah, and you have to run because these bombing runs, like you actually like, oh yeah, if I stand close enough, I'll be fine, you know. Dude. But like it gives you like a shell shock sort of like feeling to it, whereas in like Call of Duty, a grenade will go off next year and you're like, okay.
This is cool. Wild, dude. Like it takes a bit of time to like gather yourself, and that bombing run is literally these explosions just going up and moving across.
And coming towards you.
Dude, it is so terrifying. And the way they've done it, man, like the RPGs hitting like the tanks. And like when they hit them, like you hear it hits and then it starts burning out the side. And so like it's so fucking well done, dude. Yeah, it's so well done. Like I'm impressed every time I play it. Like the gun sounds, like when there's a tank shooting past you, the sound that projectile makes coming past you feels like it's super accurate. But it doesn't feel like it's this arcade shit that we're used to.
My favorite thing in that whole game is the anti-tank sniper, the Russian anti-tank sniper, the PTRS.
Yeah, it's definitely your favorite thing, dude.
But that's the thing. It was like 3 times the size of a 50 caliber.
This guy's like, hey, come check this gun, dude. Around. I'm like, that thing's so cool. Fucking blast me, dude.
So, no, let me tell you. So we
do you want to punish your teammates? I'm like, fucking yes, dude.
Yeah. So Bum shoots me, but like without telling me that he's in game.
Okay, but what did I shoot you with?
Like a
little SMG, dude. So like it's like I'm shooting them with little mini marshmallows, dude.
Yeah. Okay. So I was like,
and I shot him in the leg.
So I'm like, dude, look at this anti-tank sniper. And I lie down because that's the only way you can use it. You have to lie down and prop it on a bar pod.
Huge, dude.
It's fuck off long, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And then
it's like
Bum's
good
like,
2-3
whoa, why do
meters.
you have that thing out? And then all of a sudden, and he's just like in a million pieces.
Yeah. There's no res from that, dude.
And then even like Fox was running next to Kevin. I was like, hey, can you see Scoots? And he's like, yeah, dude, he's right next to me. I was like, watch him. And he's like, what the fuck? And it's actually just like body parts everywhere. And it's so fucking graphic. But just like, it's one of those ones where you don't like, you actually appreciate the effort that they've gone into for the game. And it gives you that sort of almost realistic feeling of what it would be like, and that's the scary part of it.
You know what I enjoyed about, what I really enjoy about it as well is like you don't have game sweats. You don't have like these guys that are running around drop shotting and sliding and all these things. You can't do that. It's just slow. Yeah. Like when you run, you're slow.
It's like
if you don't work with your team, you die. Yeah. Like you have to move in squads. You have to have tactics. Like there's a recon squad, which is 2 people. You got a spotter and a sniper. That's not for somebody to sit back as far back on a high point and find people. You have to go behind enemy lines and you have to go and relay information back to the commander who speaks to the rest of the team's officers and tells them like where the positions are.
Strategic
as
dude.
Well, and like they've got these artillery guns which are fucking huge. And those artillery, it's not like this. When you are on this artillery gun, you literally just see the gun and a little calculation. Yeah. So whenever somebody drops a point, you have to do this calculation to see how high you should be like angling this gun, where like all this distance, all of these things, so that you can land like a projectile on those people. Otherwise, you kill your own people, so and then dude, it's fucking crazy, dude.
And that's so cool actually, because I mean they must have gotten like historians in to help them develop this game, like proper historians, and did a lot of research. So there was a lot of work that went into this game, pre-production work, right?
And you can feel it, dude.
Yeah,
you can feel it when you play the game. You appreciate it so much. Like I can't remember the last time I was so excited to play a game.
Yeah, it really is like you can feel they poured their heart and soul into it. And like on that artillery thing, like there was a tank just chilling in the middle of a field. So Bum and them kept tagging it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm on artillery. I'm just going to try fucking hit this thing. And eventually we fucking destroyed this tank from the artillery 1.5 k's away or however far it was.
But it's crazy. It's not like this typical explosion. It's like the shell hits the top and it like blows up from the inside. Like it's amazing, man. It really is just so cinematic.
Like with that anti-tank sniper, when the bullets hit the tank, you see like the flak sort of like spray off.
Dude, even behind the bazooka, like the RPGs and stuff, you see like the shell and dude, it's done so well. Like everything is so detailed. And in a game like that, I feel like it's appreciated because Battlefield moved more towards an arcade-ish type game. Like movement became faster, and like you can run and gun in that game.
Yeah,
here you cannot run and gun. Like you can't. If you run and gun in this game, dude, if you have to spawn all the way back at base, you are probably running for a good like 30 minutes to get back into action, sort of thing. Like if you're running to the top of the map, like the maps are huge. They're massive, massive, massive. Like you can't run and gun. There's consequence. Like if you go out, there's 10 seconds. Yeah. If you go out, you have to wait 10 seconds to just get back to like the map.
Yeah.
And then you have to select this spawn point, and that can take sometimes up to 40, 50 seconds for you to come back into action. So it's a good like minute out.
Yeah.
So they slowed it right down. And I think the reason to do that is because they want you to have active medics that get you back on the field.
Yeah.
Like they want you to take your time, because if you're running and gunning, you're going to get sick and tired of waiting.
No, exactly.
So you're going to be a lot more strategic. You're going to wait back a little bit more tactical, smoking streets to run across because there's a sniper at the end or something. You're like, man, it's just so good. It feels like every time you're in a game, you're in a movie, man. It really does.
Yeah.
They've nailed
the graphics are insane.
Yeah, so good. Sure. Ridiculous.
Nice.
So good, man. It literally feels like they're giving tribute to these things.
Nice.
Proper.
And then like cross-platform.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can play with whoever.
Yeah, you can play against people on console.
I think the only limitations we saw was that if you are on Steam, you can limit if cross-platforms allowed on a custom server, but on most of your official servers, they have like official Steam servers and official Xbox servers and then official cross-platform servers sort of thing. Yeah. But I must say it's such an incredible game, and it's very unforgiving but forgiving at the same time. So like ping isn't that much of an issue, I must admit.
Dude. I mean, we're only playing on like
it. Yeah.
I was playing on a American West server the other day, which is puss far from us, dude. And that was like,
like
300,
200,
200 to like 350 ping.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel it, dude. Honestly, I was sniping on that map and I was pinging out.
Yeah, so I don't know what they've done or how it works, but I must say it is very forgiving, the ping, which is really, really nice, actually, so that we don't have to cry about getting servers in South Africa. Yeah, we don't have local servers, and then nobody wants to play it. But I mean, it is like we experienced, like we were playing the one out and we heard some South African accent, like, oh, the next Buswa. And then I was like, hey, come back, brother.
Hey, come
I
here.
heard you, eh? I heard you talking about that guy easy.
Hey, you one of us, bro.
Yeah, come back here. We're going to form the Alpha Squad, Bravo.
Yeah, join us over here,
Yeah.
bro. We're talking kake and that's lekker.
Yeah, we at Madison Avenue. come eat us at Madison's.
Oh, Chad,
Yeah,
bring
Chad,
that drink over here.
Come back, brother. Come back, brother. Come cheek.
Chad, bring me that drink.
And then the best melee in the whole game is when you've got a fucking spade.
Yes.
Ask Bum, dude. Ask Bum. He's the best medic because he fucking
Oh, God.
he pushes Oaks with the spade by accident, and he's like, "Oh, sorry,"
Bro.
and then he revives him, and then again as he's fucking revived.
No, can I
him.
tell you why, dude? Because when you revive somebody, you have to patch them up afterwards, right? So you inject them, you get them back alive, and then you take out your bandages and you start doing it.
Yeah.
Now, I had to change my bindings because, say, number 4 was a revive button, then 5 was a spade, and then 6 was my bandages. But I was going between 4 and 5. So I'd revive this guy and immediately fucking hit him with a shovel, dude, and kill him. Like immediately. Like it's just like this guy turns around and he's like, thank. And before you can even say like thank you, he's just fucking on his back again. You're like, oh God, dude. I'm so sorry,
to
man.
revive him again.
I'm so sorry. This is historically
Such a fucking
accurate.
hazard, dude.
That's so hectic, but it sounds so sick, actually.
Dude, it is. It's so great, man. That's
Nice.
a bit obsessed with that game.
I was going to say definitely worth it. I think it's the same way that like we felt about Chivalry in the beginning.
Also a great game.
Very much the same way. Chivalry 2, such a great game. Like I said, I just wish the South African servers were a bit stable. The ping does make a difference on that game, I will admit. But yeah, that game's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a topic. We had a question last week. We've got quite a few answers.
Nice.
So the question last week was,
Oh, yeah, plus.
no, we asked about what are fundamental flaws that people have identified in animals. So have you thoughts of anything, Albert?
No, to be honest.
No, but
Fantastic.
I'm sure you gave one last week.
I can't remember.
Wizzy's got one because I saw
I'll
you
give
reply to the form as
Yeah, I'll
well.
give you one while Chris is finding that. So
Yes.
sunfish, you know a sunfish. Those things are like 2 to 3, if not actually 4 meters, like long or tall,
huge,
right? They're fucking massive. It's the reason why they don't have any real natural predators, right? Is because they're just so fucking gargantuan, even though they don't actually have like any aggressive tendencies towards them or in them, actually. Anyway, these fucking animals actually have this design flaw where their mouths do not close. So their biggest downfall is that they actually get like infected by like bacterial infections and shit like that so easily because they can't just fucking close their mouths, and they eat like jellyfish and cuck. But their teeth are in like such a weird position that they just can't close their mouth. So they swim around basically fucking catching flies the whole day instead of actually being able to close their mouths and just, survive a little bit longer. How great, eh?
That is
That's
fantastic.
fucking, and they're so ugly as well. So no offense, sunfish, if there's any sunfish listening. They're fucking ugly. Like, I'm going to be honest. Sorry.
Sus, guys. I'm trying to find this thing, but I'll tell you there's like
Find it, dude.
there's some things on here. So shout out to Lacabra.
Oh, yeah.
So Lacabra says hyenas have 2 clitorises, one of which will get so swollen and hard that it'll crush a baby in the womb. Shark grow teeth in utero, often eating their siblings before being born. That's
Survival of the fittest.
And then he goes off, dude. He's like, but there is one animal who is the dumbest thing ever to exist. Koalas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's like the smallest.
Riddled with chlamydia.
Yeah, he's like the smallest smooth brain to body ratio. Only eats eucalyptus, which lacks nutrition and is poisonous. If you give them a eucalyptus branch, they wouldn't recognize it. So, like, they have to eat it naturally off the tree.
Yeah.
And I read up on that as well. Like, if you give them eucalyptus already picked, they don't know what the fuck it is. They're like, no thanks. I'm like, I'd rather stop. When transitioning from milk to leaves, Joeys will suck diarrhea out of their mum's bum.
Oh, great.
That's
fucking
that's
amazing.
eucalyptus, so it's like even less nutritious.
Yeah.
Then he's like, they also have chlamydia.
Yeah. And also I read that they're the only natural herbivores whose teeth grind down on the actual leaves, basically. So eventually when they reach a certain age, they're actually just gums.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Hey, your gums. Hey, your gums.
The mobster from Chicago. But yeah, no, they literally just like gumming the leaves then to death.
Crazy.
How fucking stupid.
Bro, it's crazy.
And everybody's like, oh, they're so cute. Fucking riddled with chlamydia. And they're so apparently aggressive.
Dude, have you heard them?
Yes.
Have you heard them? I'm gonna find a...
Yeah, listen.
You fucking vagina.
Yes, is that?
Yeah, that's an angry koala, that one.
Okay, so...
Rishkwala.
Yeah, let me find...
Yo, is that another wicket? No, sorry, Oaks. 129 for 8. 14 overs, they fucked.
Here we go.
Sure. Must be so lacquer. It's muted.
Oh, it's muted. That's why, dude.
Fucking Bill.
Yeah, you know it's a stupid animal, dude.
You.
Yeah.
It's still muted though.
Yeah, no, it's not. Shut up.
I just found out that koalas are evil.
Hey, yo.
Stupid fucking
that thing's fucking summoning a demon, dude.
Let's see. No, this one's just asking, what the fuck is that,
like
dude?
Ben,
It's like,
dude?
oh, these are the ones, dude. You want to listen to this, dude? Listen to this.
Nah, these guys aren't that fight. I saw a sign. They just push each other until one gives up.
No, these ones
How
fucking...
Chloe's attacking.
What the fuck?
No, wait for this, dude. These ones fuck each other up a bit, dude. UFC Australia,
No.
dude. UFC Perth.
KFC,
It's a
dude.
weird stuff.
Koala Fight Club.
KFC. You know when one... Oh, here it goes.
Boring fight I've ever seen.
Hey, yo.
Oh
Yo.
my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, the fight is running.
Now wait, dude.
Oh god.
Listen to how this changes.
Goodness.
Listen.
Yes. Look at his dirty butthole, dude. No, fuck. No,
But
fuck
that one just went through puberty halfway through that fight.
Yes.
Dude, it's awesome.
You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get that on like a motion sensor. I'm going to get that on a motion sensor. And then when something walks outside here, I'm just going to put like a speaker in the garden and then it...
Okay, so here's one from Tato Beans.
Yeah.
The person with the most energy in the world, by the
Yeah,
way.
no, fucking hell.
She says, sloths will grab onto themselves thinking they are a branch and end up falling to the bottom of the forest floor. They don't survive.
Yeah,
Very
they're
often.
so cute, but they're fucking dumb.
Yeah, they literally grab their own legs. They're too cute to drop like soggy rocks like that, but luckily they get to safety before it's too late. Safety,
sometimes.
heaven.
Yeah, safety's in inverted commas.
Safety in heaven.
But a cool fact about sloths is they're really good swimmers.
Yeah, dude. Which
Really,
is
really
so,
good swimmers.
Are they good swimmers or do they just kind of like float?
No, they're actually brilliant swimmers, like better than Michael Phelps. Like they'll kill in the Olympics. Look, go search.
Okay,
your
no,
YouTube.
you search because I'm finding the rest of these answers here.
Can I also tell you another one of my favorite ones?
Sure.
Hippos actually don't swim. They run on the bottom of a lake or a river. That for me is like a fundamental flaw in the sense of like, imagine it just goes too deep and then all of a sudden it's like, well, there's a bit of a cliff here. I can't swim, but I can try walk up it, I guess, you know?
Okay. Dude. Okay, tell us.
Just put it a bit softer.
No, I know it can swim, dude. I mean,
Yeah, but
most
like,
things.
give us the stats.
Tell us the stats.
Like,
dude.
imagine this was a trumps card battle. You remember trumps cards? Like, imagine you
yes,
I have a
dude.
B-52 bomber, and then somebody would be like, I've got the Messerschmitt.
I've got a crocodile. Okay, I've got a sloth.
Well, I've got a fucking sloth with claws that'll gut your crocodile and make a handbag. Eh?
Give us those stats, dude.
3
Give us
toes.
those numbers.
3 toes is all you're going to see before you die, my boy.
This is, dude.
That's all it's going to.
Sloths should be really good at bowling if they got 3 toes, dude.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they'd be fucking good at bowling, dude. Fundamental flaw. They don't have the brain capacity or the speed to play
Or bowling balls.
But they've
They
got
don't
3
have bowling
fingers.
balls either.
I mean, that can be arranged.
Yeah.
But if they don't show the initiative, there's no point.
Okay, we're going to break into
can't
the
bring
Joe,
investors.
We're going to break into the Joburg Zoo and go give them a bowling ball, dude. See, they've got them there. It was in that Amazonian exhibit.
The derpy little faces.
Yes.
Just like,
They do. They literally look like raisin breads. Their faces look like little raisin breads.
okay, so are you finding the stats?
Give us the stats.
Okay.
So here's one. Did you know that sloths can actually hold their water and their breath?
Okay. Well,
Hold their breath for
they've only got 3
40
fingers, so they
minutes.
can't hold much water.
They can hold their breath for 40 minutes.
No, you know
underwater.
why? They've evolved because they fucking drown, dude. Because they're so slow. They get tired. They're like, okay, I'm just going to sleep on the floor for a bit.
But not even jaguars can do that.
No.
Exactly. 40
Sure.
minutes. That's ridiculous.
All it has to do is sink into a ball.
I don't even think
Yeah, but do
whales
they
can
have the
do that, to
capacity?
be honest. Whales, they have to come up for
That's
breath.
a whole country, dude.
No, not them. No.
Me Fenway.
I don't even think whales can hold their breath for that long. I think it's
surely
like
they
25 to 30 minutes, whales. They
I
have
don't
to take
know.
a breath every 30 minutes or so.
I don't know if I believe that. If you look at the depths to which whales dive.
This guy needs to look. Okay,
Yeah.
while he's doing
Use
it.
that Google machine, dude.
Okay,
Is that a
so
blobfish?
it is. This is from Captain Depression.
Yes.
This guy is fucking hilarious.
He's
If you guys
fucking
aren't following
hilarious.
this guy on Twitter.
Yeah. And he likes spur. I mean, it's, we can forgive him for that, I guess.
So he says, let's say we're excluding human beings for now.
Yeah.
So
Fair,
a good
fair,
point.
fair.
So I would say the hairless attributes of the Sphinx cat.
Yes.
He's like, I know it's through selective breeding, but there's no reason for a cat to look like a circumcision.
100%, dude.
He says hair also helps against sunburn, so don't come with Egyptian climate arguments.
Yes. True. Because
Good.
that's not air conditioning. That thing's still going to fuck out in the sun. If it's going to dry up like a fucking raisin, dude.
Oh, they're weird, dude.
I can't, eh?
They're really weird.
Sorry, Jono and Zani, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll love kimchi and so, but
They're cool cats.
they're beautiful cats, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's so genetically flawed. Like dogs that have pale underbellies. What does a dog fucking love doing? Lying on its
back.
ass,
Yeah.
back like a bucking bowl. Like
But
literally.
it's the same as those hairless dogs, right? And Tech Girl, Sam Girl, Sam Girl,
Wow.
Sam, right?
Sam
Tech
Girl
Girl.
Sam.
I think his name's Basil.
Yeah.
Cute.
They're like Chinese
But-
crested.
Yeah. But I don't know if I want to touch them. No,
Yeah.
I'm joking. I will. It's a dog. It's like I'll touch a
It
dog.
might feel like a scrape.
But yeah, it'll feel like a young scrote, dude, because it doesn't have as many wrinkles, right?
I don't know if that's allowed to be said on this podcast.
Okay. All right.
I suppose it's Christmas.
Oh, you do have a child, I guess.
Now you're making it weird, dude.
Ali Dot Christensen playing with Ben Scroat. Okay. But yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, it just makes me uncomfortable thinking about touching them. Because I wanted to say something like, that like if you look at something, your mouth instantly knows what it's going to feel like in your mouth. And if you imagine you look at those cats and those
Dude,
dogs.
it's weird because they've got little patches of hair, the dogs especially, they've got like little patches of hair here and
so
there.
it's
It's
gonna
like,
look like you dropped a fucking sucker on a carpet.
okay,
Yeah.
give us that stat, dude.
On average, adult humpbacks surface every 7 to 15 minutes.
Sure.
Calves must swim up to the surface every 3 to 5 minutes to catch some air to breathe.
I didn't know that. I thought because
Yeah, but that's
of the depths
one-
that they die.
No, okay, so it's okay. I did
Yeah.
generalize in the whole whale population.
Yeah, which is really
that's just
whalist, dude.
Sorry, my bad.
Do they all look the same?
So I meant that, okay, but there are some whales like humpbacks.
But
I mean,
what are the...
that's a big flaw because you would think that they needed bigger air
But have you
space.
seen, I think is it sperm whales that sleep like vertically and they just chill in the water. That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Have you seen that shit, dude? Like if anybody's listening, like go search for like whales sleeping. Like they just chill vertically. Imagine like you just go for a little like dive off the boat or something, and you look under you, and there's just this flipping thing like just.
Yeah, they look like Boba Fett's fucking spaceship, dude. That thing that flies fucking in reverse. Well, logically in reverse. It looks fucking weird, but yeah. No, it's
So the next one is from We Eat Chips on Twitter. He says that the laryngeal nerve in mammals goes from the brain under the aorta and back up to the larynx. Interesting when you consider giraffes, where their brain and heart are separate by a helist neck.
Yes.
Making giraffes the animals with the longest nerves in the animal kingdom.
Hectic. I mean, that makes sense because, I mean, a giraffe's blood pressure is also something like the highest in the world, and it's just to get it up its fucking skyscraper neck.
Yeah, which is crazy. I think it's also a fundamental flaw that they've got the same amount of bones in their neck that we do.
Yeah, it's like, just bigger, like a lot bigger.
Like, listen, man, up there, I know you listen to our podcast, dude. You listen to everything, apparently. So just put a couple of more, like, put more bones in there, dude.
Yeah, but do you think it's not like if they had too many vertebrae, then it would be like a spring, and they'd just be like slinky necks, you know?
I don't know. They need maybe just cartilage then.
Yeah,
make it like a lot more cartilage, or I don't know.
Just a giant ear.
Have you seen a giraffe with a broken neck?
Yes.
Fucking zombie, like it's weird, dude.
Have you ever seen when they fight each other?
Yes, it's
horrifying. What's that about, dude? Hey,
it's horrifying. And you know what they're trying to do is they're trying to break each other's necks, dude.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's hectic.
They literally are the most savage beasts, other than killer whales.
You know, I was on a game drive once, and the guy was telling us their horns on top of their head are literally to help them survive when they're born, because they're born like a meter and a half off the ground. Giraffes are like, oh, I'm about to have a baby, let me stand up. Like, let me stand up. A meter and a half drop, and they literally drop in their heads. That's why most giraffes, those like little bones in their head, they're mostly skew. It's because that's like from.
And you know, those aren't. I don't even know if those are. But I think they're like mostly 90% hair. Those horn things.
Bro, you're going to be looking on Google a lot tonight, because if that is a fact, that's crazy.
But also, did you know that when giraffes they're not born breathing, and then when they like drop and hit the ground, and their heart like gets that fright. That's
crazy, dude. What a fucking weird way to
imagine.
Like, homies, call up the creators, change that, dude. Change it.
Honestly.
Thank you, We Eat Chips. Okay, next one we've got here is Oscaroo.
Yeah, he's a puss.
You spoke about this one with the bacterial infections of sunfish. Yeah. We've got Shepherd.
Oh yeah, Shepherd Andy.
He says the fact that the cockapoo, which is a bird in New Zealand.
Time ago, in a town called Cockapoo.
It says, okay, so this bird in New Zealand basically has to eat enough berries and make one hell of a burp in order to attract the mate. If you don't make enough noise, the ladies aren't interested. Of course, the berries only pop up every 3 years. These guys are trying to go extinct.
Yeah, they literally are. That is the worst mating call idea ever. Imagine going to Billy the Bums, drinking a bunch of fucking beer, and then going,
dude, imagine the size of your balls, dude. 3 years you've been waiting for this night, dude.
Yeah, I know.
3 years.
Hey? That poor bird can't even flick its own bean. Hey? Yes. Hey, yes. No, that's a lot, eh?
That's crazy.
Imagine. And imagine your mating is based on your whole gastric reflux. You'd be fucked, dude.
Dude, I can't burp.
You pigeons and rats.
Fucking done,
absolutely fucked.
Same WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
They're like, guys, we've got to find other ways to mate.
Yeah.
Not with each other.
Yeah. And that's how Hardy Does with one. Because fucked a pigeon.
Okay, so Gus T.
Yes.
That's Gus _TEE. He also speaks about the cockapoo.
Yes.
He says the cockapoo, all of it, even the name, which is most unfortunate in South African colloquial or Afrikaans. He's like truly kaka design. This is what jack of all trades, master of none looks like in feather form. Is it an owl, a parakeet, maybe a parrot? Only nature knows. It's also a lost cause when it comes to self-defense, because instead of frightening off foes with its hideousness, a la Jabba the Hutt, it simply freezes up when it gets scared. No fight, no flight, just pretend to be a colorful rubbish bag and hope the danger ignores you. I'm disappointed, but not surprised.
What the fuck, dude? This thing really does look like...
Do you see it, dude? It looks like a colorful rubbish bag, dude.
Like a lovebird fucked an owl, dude.
Dude, there's a video of it climbing on top of David Attenborough's head. because it's such a hard bird to find as well. And it climbed on top of his head and started doing like a mating dance because obviously blue balls supreme, dude.
And its feet are fucking big, dude. Holy shit.
And it's I don't think it's a flying bird either. I don't think it can fly. I think it literally just roams the floor.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, cockapoo.
That is wild.
K-A-K-A po.
K-A-K-A po.
Po. P-O. Yeah.
P-O for po.
The next one is from Sergeant Hogleg.
Okay.
He said,
ooh, listen to that little fucking crackle.
He said a Goliath bird-eater spider doesn't really climb trees because if it falls, it usually dies from a ruptured abdomen. I just unplugged my headset.
Abdomen.
Abdomen. Okay, so a Goliath bird-eater spider doesn't really climb trees because if it falls, it usually dies from a ruptured abdomen as it's made mainly from a type of shell material.
Yeah, so it'll be made out of keratin. So it'll be made out of a keratin sort of.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
because it's a, what do they call them? When it's got an exoskeleton.
But it's a bird eater. Like, what's it supposed to do? Is it chasing cockapoos, dude, on the floor?
So actually,
And
what they
ostriches,
do,
dude.
they actually set up like trap nets in areas where birds have to fly very low.
But then
And
it still
then-
needs to climb, dude.
Yeah, but it doesn't climb very high. It'll climb like a meter off the floor, if even. And then it'll string up like a cross-platform web, like a cross-X web. And as this thing will fly through, it literally jumps to catch
X-Men.
a bird out of the midair. I'm not even joking. But you must understand, a Goliath bird-eating spider is
they're
the
huge.
size of a dinner
Dinner
plate,
plate,
so
yeah.
30 centimeters. That's how big that thing fucking is. Hey,
but
imagine
just-
that thing crawling around you.
Give him a little bit of a like rubber on him, like.
Bro, that thing
Why
could
does
probably
he-
fuck up a rabbit.
But dude,
If it
why
tried
does he?
hard enough.
But I don't know, because if the rabbit kicks him, he'll just
Yeah, no,
rupture his
true.
abdomen.
Okay, well,
This
then
is the
attack it
thing.
from behind the neck.
But you know what I mean? It's like, what a fundamental design flaw. That's a great design flaw.
Yeah.
It's just like it's got a massive vulnerability.
So
Like a
here's my
massive
thing.
vulnerability.
Imagine if it didn't have that design flaw.
Yeah, I mean, they take over the world, which I wouldn't be opposed
But I
to
mean,
because the
also-
humans are fucking terrible anyway.
But I mean,
so-
also like, okay, I'm not saying it's easy to fucking get behind a shark, but design flaw of a
like
shark.
politically.
No, but like design flaw of a shark, pull them backwards or they drown.
Yeah,
you're
that
like,
is weird, right? But that's
But that's why I
fucking
say
hard.
it like it's difficult
Or
to get behind it. But
flip
I mean,
it upside down and it enters that state
that
of
like that like sleep state.
what's it called?
Almost like that meditation,
Yeah,
like sleep
that's-
state. When you rub its nose upside down like this.
You're now in a state of trance.
Basically,
it's like a but that's also so fucking weird.
yeah.
The same with chickens.
This thing's
dude.
coming at you and you're like,
Chickens,
and then-
don't you? If you like tuck their head under their wing, they like get hypnotized. Or if you put their
Yes,
head down and you draw like a line in the sand, they just get hypnotized and they just stay there for forever.
yes, yeah.
Bro, if a Goliath bird-eating spider learns that fucking technique, dude, it's unstoppable.
Just imagine watching this spider fucking holding this chicken's head down in the sand and then
Just drawing a line in front
and
of
then,
it.
and then the chicken just chills and it's like, okay, cool.
That's literally fucking takeaways for that spider.
Bro, we got to check our demographic data after this and make sure that we don't have bird-eating spiders listening
Yeah.
to this podcast.
They're
we,
onto
might,
us, boys.
we might contribute to the end of the world.
Yeah,
here, dude.
actually. They're
You think
onto us,
eggs are
boys.
expensive now?
Yeah. Wait till the jackals learn. Okay, what's
That's
next?
great. We got another one from Sergeant Hogleg.
Yes.
He says a giraffe. Okay, this is talking about what I was talking about just now. So a giraffe stands to give birth, dropping the baby more than 150 centimeters. That's 1.5 meters. What a welcome to the world. They learn early that life is tough in Africa.
Fair enough.
It's
TIA.
tough in Africa, dude. That's a really strange thing. Like, but it's again, like Albie was saying, it's for a point. Its heart wouldn't start unless it drops it on its head, dude.
But
like,
that's it. Like, I mean, if you think
crazy.
about it, like even us as humans, like sort of, I mean, even if women are sort of in a squat position to give birth, that little drop will probably like wake a baby up, you know,
It'll
sort
do
of
a
thing.
lot.
It'll do a lot more than wake a baby up, sure.
put it to sleep for
yeah.
a long time as well, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
we-
But I mean, that's the thing. It's like 50-50 of, is this going to work? Well, it's the best chance that evolution's decided so far. So, yeah.
We've also got Sashi Kicks from X as well. He says penguins. Why can't they have wings that let them swim well and fly? Huge missed opportunity. They're also made for life, don't they?
What, penguins?
Penguins,
Okay.
which means like, I mean,
Yeah.
tickets, dude. Tickets
100%.
if you marry like a reckless
A reckless penguin.
A reckless penguin, dude. That's
Reckless
just the
penguin
that penguin
endangerment.
fucks up both your lives, dude. It's crazy.
But it's also like, I mean, the giant panda.
Yeah,
They-
dude.
they-
We are
they're not-
keeping that alive.
They're not found, or they are found in natural habitats, but not generally, because they need to get taken, and then they get taken to reserves to get looked after because they don't have a natural enemy. The natural enemy is themselves
Literally.
because they're just killing themselves off, you know?
Yeah,
And you
it's,
think like, how are you so dumb, you know?
dude, it really is. It's really strange though, because we've taken it off of the extinct, like the potential extinct. I don't think it's endangered anymore. Pandas.
No, I think
I think it came off.
They're doing it to themselves.
Yeah. Like we're trying our best to reverse it, and they're like, guys, just let us die.
Yeah.
Like we're done, dude. We're done. I'm gonna play with this bamboo stick, and then I'm fucking out.
Yeah. We're having fun doing cartwheels off the cliff.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, having a great time.
Bro, we're just trying our best.
Yeah. A Britney
Yeah,
Pierce.
we're out, dude. We're out. We can't design parachutes, and we really want to fly. So
Our paws get in the way. While the big paws. I don't know, my father gave them to me.
I was also thinking now, like cockroaches, right?
Hey.
Can survive a nuclear blast apparently, but can't survive doom
Or a boot.
or boot.
Like a foot.
Yeah, dude. Like, what's that about?
Well, it's about their size mainly, but no, so I don't know. I don't actually know exactly how that stat worked, and I've always wondered, like, is it just because they're able to I don't know, survive the blast radius?
I guess like
radiation?
when they go into areas, they find cockroaches still alive. I'm guessing, like they might be the only animal that's still like chilling around there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how and why do they survive? Like, is it a case of them surviving just the blast, or is it a case of them surviving the radiation war?
Yeah, I don't know.
Both.
I don't know if Albie's seen a Snapchat or he's.
No, Albert's gonna make like a baby now.
Oh, gross, dude. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's kind of strange.
That was my worst one. Yeah.
I'm looking up
And like bumblebees. Actually, also another design flaw. Bumblebees aren't meant to fly, but they do.
Yeah,
Like,
why?
Because nobody told them they can't. Optimism prime. No, but yeah, the whole idea is like they literally are not designed to fly, but they actually are able to. It's crazy.
Dude, I'm on Quora and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, academics fucking ruin shit, dude. This guy's like
They
a bachelor
really do.
scientist. And this guy was talking, what did he talk about? He's like, his question was just like, what are some animal design flaws? Fucking Gordon Russell over here is like, I'm sorry, Nicholas, your question is wrong. Animals are designed by random chance of mutation to fit better into their environment. Mutation doesn't happen. Mutations that don't help a species die out. Bro, cockroaches don't live in nuclear fallout zones only, dude. Like,
And
I don't
also,
know, bro.
this thing says that it's actually not true.
Yeah.
So it says, is it true that cockroaches could survive a nuclear holocaust? And it says, unfortunately for cockroaches, their indestructible nature may be slightly exaggerated, and their reliance on us is a main factor for this vulnerability.
Okay. Thank you for verifying that fact. Did you know that cheetahs can't roar?
Yes. They're like purr and screech. They're like, I'm not going to do it. But they
Dude,
make-
you have to. You have to. Your
They're
mouth
like
moves, dude.
They're like shout.
They sound like baby crocodiles, actually. But also, did you know that they suffer from anxiety?
Oh,
Cheetahs suffer from anxiety. Like,
shame. I want to cuddle them more now, dude.
yeah. That's probably why they're like actually like meow, meow, instead of like fucking roaring, because they want people to feel sorry for them. Like, guys, I'm so stressed. Whatever, I can't even catch my food anymore.
Here's one from Ken. Ken
I'm
is
just kidding.
former
Anyone?
professor of histology.
Histology.
Yeah, dude, this guy's he's got very white hair and a very white
No.
Magnum PI mustache.
That's how we know he's a professional.
So he says, I think a female hyena presents a remarkable example. Competition within a hyena pack is so fierce that females need an abnormally high level of testosterone
Yeah.
compared to other female mammals to trigger and sustain the aggression and masculinity they require. It also stimulates development of their pups in utero. So after birth, they're too aggressive. They too will be aggressive enough to compete. I mean, I don't think it's a fundamental flaw, but yeah.
Yeah. And they literally, like we said earlier, they literally have clitorises.
Yeah, dude.
Because they're so
they're
fucking big,
huge,
dude. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about flipping animal penises for a second. Dude. What the fuck is up with ducks?
Yeah, ducks and pigs.
And pigs, dude. Spiral dicks.
Yeah, and then also like lions, leopards, all of them have spiked dicks.
Yes, dude.
So that they can't pull it out.
Bro, even dogs, dude. When dogs mate, they're just fucking chilling a wheelie for like half an hour, dude.
Yeah.
They like just stand there attached, like, and then they have to. I mean,
So
bro, imagine
lions
you're
once-
attached, and like you have to have this conversation with somebody now. Like it's been half an hour. You finished. You both finished, and now you just attached to each other still, just chilling there, dude.
Yeah, like sorry, it should go down.
I really want some water. Okay, but I'm gonna have to walk backwards. I don't do that often as a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to pull me around,
not
but
really-
ooh, not too much.
It's
There's
not
my
really
totties in there, dude.
it's not really in my nature to walk backwards, you know.
Like, it's so fucked up. And then what's it? Sperm whales, 3 meter long schlong. No ways. 3 meters long.
That's fucking bigger than me, dude.
Hey, dude, that's bigger than most people. That's
is
literally
huge,
like
dude.
a single story roof inside is 3 meters.
I don't know. I honestly think that's a bit too big.
I mean,
when they say
average.
size matters,
Yeah.
like to what?
yeah, well.
To what
I mean,
extent, dude?
when you're
What
jizzing like
extent?
200 liters a time.
Oh, that's
or
why
however many
the
liters
ocean's
at
so
a time.
salty, dude.
Hey, no, the actual reason why the ocean's so salty is because the land never waves back.
I get it. Like, that is quite sad, dude. I'll be
Okay.
here out, eh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, are we pausing now?
Yeah. Okay.
What
Dum.
a way.
Coming back after
Sorry.
the interlude.
Yeah, thanks for sticking by.
Yeah, thanks for waiting all of that time.
Yeah, yes, that was a long time, guys.
We should
I'm
have just
so
left
sorry.
it recording so you guys knew exactly how long it was. That was 3 days.
Yeah, literally. This is actually next week already.
We're uploading this in the past
In the future.
all the time.
Okay, now it's getting dumb. Okay, not that it wasn't already. Okay.
So fundamental design flaws in animals. I think we covered a lot. If
Yeah.
anybody's got any other like crazy things, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, they are. They really, really are. I mean, like, even if you look at ostriches, in my opinion, they're fucking thick as pig shit, dude.
But their eyes are bigger than their brain.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
that like a true? I think it is true.
it is actually pretty true. It's also like, I mean, like they talk about like bush babies,
Yeah.
or nachappies,
Also,
and how, like, if we had the same proportional eyes as a bush baby, your eyes would be the size of oranges.
yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, could you imagine your fucking eye sockets the size of oranges?
Imagine migraines, dude.
Oh, that'd be gross.
Yes,
Imagine trying to find sunglasses.
Oh, dude! Imagine how big
Horrible.
your contacts must be.
Yeah,
See, you put them on with a flat
fucking
hand, dude.
pudding bowl, dude.
You wear them like gloves. You like
yeah,
put them under your eyelids.
yeah, just
Ah, that would be so
so
good.
gross.
I mean, like Steve Buscemi, dude.
Oh, what is up?
What is up, my fellow
fellow-
children? What's in my fellow teenagers?
Yeah, that's right. Fucking hell.
Fellow kids.
Oh.
Yeah. What did you learn this week?
Yo. So I learned something interesting. Again, sorry, this is the last time, or it might not be the last time I'm going to bring this up, but old Hidden Potential, that book that I actually finished last night, which I'm quite proud of,
well done.
because I read very fucking slowly, for those of you that don't know. So it took me a whole month to finish a book, which I'm not like, I feel like if you can read a book a month, that's actually not bad. 12
You'll
books a
probably
year.
read about 12 a year.
Yeah, roughly, depending
120
on
every
if it's a
12.
leap year or not.
Yeah,
you know.
every 10 years
Yeah.
you'll finish about 120 books.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot if you
Half
think
a
about
Boss
it.
Green library, dude.
Yes, dude. Hey, that's
I
half.
don't know.
That's half of Rand Park's whole reading list for the year, dude. Yes. No, but like, yeah. So for me, who reads very slow, I started reading this Adam Grant, Hidden Potential, and in there he then talks about how if you're looking for good leaders, you shouldn't look for the ones that give you good sales figures, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You should look for the ones that are pro-social and understand people. And I feel like that's very important, because I feel like a lot of people are overlooked in terms of leadership purely because of popularity.
Yeah.
But they may not have a very good understanding of people, So like somebody can be popular, but they won't understand people very well.
Yeah.
They'll understand how people can, or how they can make people feel good. Or how they can be liked by people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they understand people and how those people work and their needs and stuff like that. And I think that was quite interesting.
Because popularity, like as a general term, is that people like them for something they've done, not because they've got a good relationship with that person.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, if you think about it, if you think about all of the sort of good bosses, mentors, all of that, they always talk about how somebody will never forget how you made them feel. And it's very true, because anybody that I can remember, they made me feel like my ideas were worthwhile and made me feel understood. I think that's the most important thing, is that they make you feel understood and that you're not stupid, sort of thing, that you have a lot of whatever value you bring to the table is that it's valued. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. And you, what else did you learn this week?
So speaking onto what you're talking about, when I pull it into like the content realm, it's something that I'm coaching a lot.
Yeah.
So if anybody's listening to this for the first time, I do business coaching, and I do business coaching for content creators. And one of the biggest things, one of my most focused areas right now, is on building a personal brand. I don't know if we've spoken about this on the podcast. We might have.
Kind of, but not entirely, I don't think. Yeah.
So like, to speak to your point, I say like your content is important, but not as important as you.
Yes.
Because we're in this age right now, right, where people can find whatever content they want.
Oh, yeah, 100%. No matter how niche it is.
That's it. The content's on demand ability right now is insane. Like, you want to watch something specific, you search it, you'll most probably find it.
Yeah.
So to create your space or take up space as a content creator, you got to not just create content, you've got to create a relatable and trusted brand, right? So
but that's it. It's a relationship, actually.
Yeah, so that's it. So a really good example I give to people is like, I'm like on TikTok, on Instagram, we send videos to each other all the time. I can recite memes. Like, look at all those chickens. Ask me who created that video.
You have no idea.
No idea. Why?
Because you didn't interact, or they didn't create a personal brand.
Yeah, there's no personal brand around that. It's like a moment. So a lot of people, this is my biggest problem with content creation at the moment, is like people are chasing these individual videos. Like they're fucking recording everything for the hope that something happens.
Yeah, it's for the viral moment. Let's call it that.
But you can't build anything upon that if you don't have anything to build. Like that person, look at all these chickens. Like, I don't know who that person was.
Yeah.
That person, if it was somebody recognizable, then there's a really good chance that fame is transferable and you can pull it into like a business structure and you can start actually profiting off of what you've done. But you can't, like, so many people are just trying to create viral content instead of creating a viral brand.
Yeah.
That's a fundamental difference.
Yeah.
It's incredibly different. And when you create a strong personal brand, you've got something where somebody will always return because there's a guarantee of how you will make him feel, which is what you're talking about now, right? So people, like when we play Hell Let Loose, people can go and watch videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
But why are they coming through to watch our stream? Is because they're coming through to interact with us because they enjoy how we play the game or how we do this. But we're the subject, not the game. Yeah. The game is the shop front and we're the shop owner.
Yeah.
You know, we want people to know who owns the shop.
Yeah, exactly. So we fucking around. We trying to do it in our own way. And sometimes we do take it seriously. Like, we'll actually squat up and play the game objectives, but you'll try to do it in a fun way where you're like, oh, watch, let's try to shoot the tank out the window, or fucking something dumb like that. You know?
But even that, I mean, it's us being honest.
Yes.
So that's the biggest thing about a personal brand is like, it's got to be honest. Because if it's honest, it's maintainable. Yeah. Like if you have to pull on a persona every single time that you want to create content with you in it, like that sounds exhausting.
Tiring. And the problem
some
with
people are really good at it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, but there's that drop off where it's like, okay, I don't feel like doing this today.
But it's also like lying. The problem is you have to try to keep track of it. So you have to try and keep track of what you did yesterday, who you interacted with yesterday.
That's it. You're maintaining two personalities, two people the entire time, and you got to keep track of both of those, otherwise you lose one.
Yeah. Whereas if you're honest with yourself and you like sort of yourself in your content and your personal brand, it becomes a lot easier to just manage the two.
It's so easy because it's feeling, right? Like if you're not enjoying something, you're not enjoying it. You're not going, well, I need to push through this because people are going to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
there's no point in you playing a game that you're not going to enjoy.
No.
Maybe for like an hour.
Yeah.
Try it out, see if you don't enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then fucking leave it. There's nothing wrong with that. I think, the most important thing I think you've always coached and said is you have to make the content that you want to watch. So you have to make the content that you find entertaining, because then at the end of the day, at least there's one person that likes your content.
Yeah, but it's also honest and true, right?
Yeah.
So it's the only way of finding out how you develop your niche. How do I develop a niche? Well, what's content that you want to watch that nobody else is creating? Create that content. There's a niche immediately, and it's stuff that you enjoy. It's honest. It's you can feel whether you're on track or not. You can make those micro adjustments naturally, because it's like walking. Like if your pacing's feeling off, or you like feeling a little bit weird about the way you're walking, is saying you change it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah,
if you got too much saliva in your mouth, you swallow it, dude. You don't have to think about it. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. It just happens.
It just happens because it's natural. It's part of your autonomy, and that's what content needs to be. Like when you're creating content, it needs to be like honest. Because if it's honest, you start feeding the right people. Yeah. Because this is another analogy that I've been saying a lot. Yeah, I've been saying this thing quite a lot recently as well, saying like, when people come through to your stream and you focus on one person, and that's the person that's like, oh, why don't you play this game? Or this, I don't enjoy this, or whatever. Like the person's not, on the same
They're
vibration.
Not contributing,
Yeah, when you start feeding that person, who are you letting go hungry?
Yeah.
And that's normally the people that are enjoying your content, right? So you got to make sure that you're putting the right stuff on the right plates. Yeah. Like you don't need to entertain everybody. There's average concurrent viewership of 3.3 million people on Twitch at any given moment.
Which is
just fucking insane.
Wild number,
It's insane. So people like trying to retain the viewership of somebody is insane to me, because like you're literally changing your entire journey, stepping away from yourself, your journey, all of those things.
For one person that probably isn't actually going to watch it, even if you make those changes. Content
creation, when you stop trying to prove your content to people that don't matter, you actually enjoy it a lot more. You create true content.
Yeah. Because you create what you're loving, and you also create, like that's the thing. There's people that they don't realize there's so many people out there. It's just about finding your niche. And like you say, just creating content that's true to you, because there's no point in changing your whole content strategy for that one person that probably isn't going to watch.
No, that's it. And like I think we covered it a couple of podcasts ago when we were talking about your target audience.
Yes.
And that most people don't even know that they aren't even interacting with their target audience,
because
they're focusing on trying to get other streamers or other content creators into their streams the whole time. I'd say 99% of content creators right now, especially those starting up, are not speaking to their target audience.
Definitely
guaranteed.
not.
Like
There's
when I do this
when
I do this assessment with my clients, and we set up like an audience persona. Like so, when we do an audience persona, it's basically like a questionnaire going, when is this ideal viewer online? What's their consumption habits? What do they like watching, etc., etc. So the first person I always tell them to fill out an audience persona for is themselves. So they answer that questionnaire as if it's them.
Yeah.
And then when I go, okay, who in your viewer list, your regulars, is this person? And they can't identify anybody. I go, you're trying to entertain people
but
that aren't there for your content.
I was going to say.
Like these are people here that are supporting you. Sure, like it doesn't make anybody less important. Like everybody that comes through is
they
there for a reason. It's
value,
amazing.
100%.
It's incredible, but that's not your target market. And it's really important to notice that. It doesn't mean that you treat anybody else any less. It just means that you give yourself a really good roadmap to creating honest and truthful content. And when you keep on doing that, it takes a while to draw the right tribe. But if I go into a stream that really vibes with me, I talk about that person. And I'll talk about it to my friends who naturally 100%. Vibe with the stuff I vibe with. And then I become an advocate for you naturally, organically. So I start talking about your stream, your content, I start sharing it. That goes out to people that are like-minded like me. And if I'm like-minded like you, then it's more of you that you're replicating, which means that as soon as you find one person, everybody just starts rolling over. But you got to put the right food on the right plates, man.
But that's exactly it. So you've got to do that. And I think one of the things that people are also often so afraid of is changing their strategies. They're too afraid to change their strategies because it feels like failure. And I get that, but that's the problem, is that a lot of people sort of they only see the short-term gains and the short-term efforts instead of a end of goal. So you know, like you have this goal of, and you see, this is the problem. Follower goals, they actually the worst. They're fucking horrible, because they're not a true reflection of engagement. This is the thing. So they're not a true reflection of engagement, because there's so many people that'll follow you but never actually watch your content.
They're an indication of one action.
Yeah.
And what does that action really point to? Because even with that, like, just because they follow you doesn't mean that
They might have checked out your profile and that's about it.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't even mean that that person is like the relevant algorithm is going to point stuff.
No, 100%.
Point to your content to them either.
No,
it just means that, you know, they're clicking on your profile for the hope of maybe seeing some of your content, but the real people you should be focusing on is converting the people that are liking your content, commenting on the content, viewing things, sharing those things. Like that's the actual. Those are the people.
Yeah, no, but that's exactly it. So it's that constant fear of sort of trying to readjust and actually take a different approach to find those people. You see,
most
that's
people,
the problem. So it's like, people are just too afraid. They think it's a straight and easy path, and that you just go down one road, and if that fails, then tough shit. But if you think about it, you have to find multiple routes, and you have to find the right mentors, and you have to find the right coaches, people that are willing to coach you, and most importantly, people that are willing to give you constructive advice, not criticism. Criticism is something that happens in the past and it stays in the past. So somebody will say, you did this wrong. Okay, cool. Well, if I did that wrong, how do I fix it? And that's the difference between
constructive criticism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's it. So that's the difference sort of between advice and criticism. So you have this thing where they say, okay, well, you did this wrong, but you can improve that by doing this. So focus on this next time, you know.
Yeah, and it's like there's two things I want to touch on. The first is you spoke about content strategy.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say they've got a content strategy and try and convince you that they've got one. So whenever I sit down with somebody, I'm like, have you drawn up like a content strategy? I don't mind reviewing it or send it through and let me have a look. And then I'll get something from ChatGPT saying it doesn't align. And when I ask questions about it, like, why'd you include this?
Yeah.
Like it takes a while for them to respond because they're obviously looking for the answer with Mr. GPT. So
yeah, exactly.
Like that's a big problem, is like I don't think people have a content strategy.
No.
And if you don't have a content strategy, you can't be upset about the results because you literally have no.
You're pissing into the wind.
Yeah, you're hoping something happens.
Yeah, it's
hope is
just
a terrible thing to rely on.
So
you can
this
control
is the
everything.
You
cannot control hope.
But that's it. The problem sort of between the difference between hope, and it's not saying that hope isn't a bad thing, but the difference between hope and say a goal or hope and a plan is that, hope and a goal and a dream, is that you actually, hope is basically a dream without a plan. So you hope this happens. You can hope that this will come true. But the problem is it'll never come true unless you actually have a plan. Yeah. So like you say, a content strategy is a content plan. So it's this thought out process of you saying, okay, I have an idea of where I'm going or want to go, but how do I get there? So what do I need to do in order to get there? And it has to be smart. It's smart in terms of that it's simple, I can't remember. It's simple, measurable, attainable, realistic, and the can't remember time, yes, or something like that. Anyway, but your smart goals. So they and it does, because you have to just be realistic about it in the sense of saying, okay, well, what's achievable in a certain amount of time? I'm going to get 5,000 followers in 2 months. No, but that also doesn't help you unless you want to be the most liked follower or most followed streamer on Twitch. You know?
Which doesn't. I mean, the average viewership as a percentage of following on Twitch is less than 1%. So if somebody's got 10,000 followers, it's highly likely that they've got less than 1,000 viewers.
Exactly.
No, 100 viewers.
100 viewers, yeah. Let's see, big maths, on a Thursday. Yeah.
But so like it's crazy. It's a number that doesn't matter. It effectively means, like, I mean, I'm a numbers guy, so if there's a 99% deficiency or ineffectiveness of those numbers, it means that there's a big problem. You focus in on 1% the whole time. Like, that's insane.
It's a lot of energy to burn out on 1%. That's the thing.
A lot. So without a content strategy, you don't have an expectation. Without an expectation, you can't measure things. Without measuring things, you don't know what's going wrong.
Yeah.
So like, it's really good to
and
set these expectations.
And the problem is if you also change too many variables at once.
Yeah.
So
you won't know you're doing that if you don't know what the variables are.
No. So you have to find your variables, find where or how you can change them to make them better or worse, actually, and then see how that affects it. It's like sort of making an espresso, for example. Like if it's running too fast, then you know that, okay, there's two things. It's usually that my grind is too coarse, or you didn't pack enough. So then you have to sort of choose one of those two things. Either you change the amount that you pack in, but generally 18 grams is enough of espresso grind, or you have to then change the coarseness of the grind, sort of thing. So it's these things that are measurable, and you know that those are your static sort of variables, and you can change one at a time. Yeah, because if you change all of them at a time, you actually but that's the thing. If you change all of them at once and you just go pissing into the wind in another direction, you actually have no fucking clue what you're doing right or wrong.
Yeah, and it's my favorite question to ask people when they're like, "Oh, this video flopped." I go, "Why?" And they go, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "Well, what did you expect to happen?" Okay, well, I expected it to get 1,000 views. Yeah. Okay, what actually happened? Okay, it got 60 views. Okay, so now we got a measurable distance. Now there's 940 views.
Outstanding, supposedly. Yeah.
What caused that? What do you think were the problems? I maybe didn't post it at the right time, or I didn't. Yeah, okay, cool. Now you're starting to identify what went wrong. Yeah. Like, that's a checklist. So next time, post it at the right time.
Yeah.
Post it on the right platform. As one of your you know what I mean? But you're creating this list. Oh, all these things went wrong. Okay, all of those things should be stable parts of your plan.
Yeah, and that's that they're measurable. That's the thing. So you can control those, and those are the variables that you can say, okay, I have dominion over these. Yeah. And I'm going to use them to my advantage. That's the important part.
But it's my favorite part of numbers. It's like my favorite part of stats is going, what did you expect? What actually happened?
Yeah.
Measure the distance. What happened there? Did it go really well? Did it go better than expected? Why? Do that again.
Yeah.
Did it go worse than expected? Why? Stop doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Change that thing.
Definitely don't do that again.
And it sounds so simple. People will be listening to this and going like, that makes sense. Okay, then fucking do it, dude. Do it. Like, people don't do that. It's so crazy because it's like, it sounds so simple, but people don't do that.
Yeah. No, it's unreal.
And it's like, nobody's stupid for not doing it. You're just not aware of it until somebody points it out, and you go, oh yeah, that's such a simple thing that I just don't do.
But that's the thing. I think people are so worried when they get asked questions like that, like, what's your content plan? They're just like, oh fuck, I don't actually have one. So you know what, I'm just gonna say,
what's that? Can you send me a template? I get that a lot, and I go, like, if I send you a template, you're not gonna be able, like, it's not gonna be applicable.
Transferable. Yeah.
No. Exactly. So I'll send you guidelines, like, how do you set smart objectives and things, and the importance of this. But a lot of that boils down. I mean, this is why I jumped into business coaching in content creation. This is the second point that I wanted to speak about, going back to what you said. When we go into any profession, we go into a profession understanding that we need to educate ourselves, we need to gain experience and all of these things. Nobody does that for content creation.
No ways.
Nobody does.
They're just like, cool, I'm just going to start fucking playing games with my friends and recording it.
Yeah. And like, then something will happen. And maybe it does, but when I work with people that have over millions of followers, like one person I work with has 6.7 million followers.
Jeez, that's insane.
It's insane, but they don't know what to do with them because their content's really good, but they don't have sense behind it, and that's what they're developing.
You $1 each, then you'll have $6 million easy.
Easy. Yeah, but this is the thing: is like, whether you go viral or not, if you don't have the education or the knowledge to turn that into a business, then you won't. So it doesn't matter whether you do really well or don't do really well. If you're not equipped with the tools, you'll never do well. Like,
it's about taking your resources and then just trying to actually manipulate it without knowing how. Yeah.
And that is I got a new client this past week. So that is my seventh client with over 2 million followers.
That's insane.
And they've all come across the same problem. Like, that's the same thing as I've got this audience,
but I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to monetize it. I speak to brands. Brands want to hand me money, but when I do these things, they're not successful. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's problems that everybody experiences. This is the same thing that I coach people with, like 13 followers. Yeah. It's the same stuff because it's the fundamental principles.
It is.
But if people aren't educating themselves, or, jumping onto those resources where the stuff becomes freely available, speaking to people, trying to like find out those questions, find out your deficiencies and improve on those things. You'll encounter this whether you do well or not, whether you get the numbers that you always dreamed of or whether you don't. You'll have the same problems at some point.
Yeah. And with the brand thing, it's actually mainly all about like organically making something fit into your brand.
Yeah.
So like if you have a brand deal, I'm going to say this with a ammoniated cleaning product that sounds like Shmandy Tandy. Shmandy Tandy.
Okay.
On TikTok, I saw their latest one that they do with quite a popular local South African creator, but I'm just like, it fits fuck all into the brand.
Yeah,
because
it's the same as the Fanta ads.
Shmandy Tandy, wow, cleans so well. And I'm just like, this is fucking horseshit, actually, because it really tells you nothing about that chemical. So, you know, like for me, I know that's the idea, is that they just want to focus on how good it is, but you know, they don't tell you, oh, it's actually got micro abrasive polymers in it, so you actually shouldn't use it on Caesar stone tops. But what do they use it on? A fucking Caesar stone top.
Of course, you notice.
So, well, you know,
it's kind of my business.
Don't want to say it's my business, but you know, and that's it. I look at it and I'm just like, you shouldn't be using that on a Caesar stone top.
That's me,
because that's literally just glue and dust put together, you know. So you look at it and you're like, oh, micro abrasives. Then when somebody spills on that again, it's going to etch into it. It's going to stain, you know. And then you're like, oh, but Andy doesn't work anymore. Oh, sorry, Andy Schmandy doesn't work anymore.
No, but I mean, we're not sponsored by anybody.
No, we aren't. But I mean, I'm not going to try slander brands.
No.
It's just.
But I don't think we're slandering brands either. I think what we're doing is like we're trying to
using it as an example.
Yeah. Like the whole reason, like the space I wanted to try and fill when I got into this role was like between brands and content creators. I wanted to make them both more professional towards the space.
Yeah, 100%.
I wanted to build the creator economy. So I wanted to tell brands that, listen, you can't tell people with influence. I hate fucking the word social media influencer, but I mean, that's the bare necessity of it. That is what it is.
If that's your job title, just honestly.
Like, but these people have an influence on other people. They've got this trusted voice, right? So if you change that voice, it stops being effective.
So it
stops being trusted.
Public figure. Yeah. Let's say public figure, because they are a public figure. You're a public figure in the terms of that you're in the public's eye. Yes, you do have influence, but it's not your goal in life. It's not like that's your goal in life to influence everyone. So that's where I feel the social media influencer job title is actually so shit.
Yeah, it's sickening actually, that word. But what I've started to tell people to include in their media kits, or when they're in their brand proposals, when they're speaking to brands, is their own brand tone. Yes. So like starting to say like, okay, cool, I'll work with you, but this is my brand tone. Yeah. So we got to make this work. Yeah. I need to fit your brand into my conversation naturally. Otherwise my audience doesn't listen. Yeah. Like if somebody goes up and like reads a speech, you hear it immediately. But if they talk from the heart, you're like, yes, that's my dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's where I feel like if you've spent time on YouTube in the past 2-3 years, you'll see NordVPN and Squarespace. Those are the two ads for me that stick out completely. That and Manscaped as well. Yeah. But that's mainly UFC sort of vibe. And that, I mean, that's easy to sell because they literally just like trim your fucking pubes, sort of vibes, and man. And it's literally just like, it's a fucking Bushwhacker 5000, and that's funny. I'm like, I want a fucking pube shaver called a Bushwhacker 5000. That's hilarious, But
you can't have that on a chess channel.
No, definitely
not in that tone.
No, exactly.
But you can advertise it on a chess.
Bushwhacker 5000, and then people were like, what's the Bushwhacker 5000?
Yeah, there's a very creative way of doing it.
They'd probably be mortified that it's on the chess channel, but it's sort of, I mean, it's possible. It's just not going to work very possible. Well.
Like I said that I can sell a shampoo, dude. I'm a bald man, but that I'm very tongue in cheek. My tone with my brand tone and stuff is humorous and it's self-deprecating and all of these things. So like for me to be able to bring that into my brand is really, really easy, and it'll be effective. But I'll be creative about it. But if I have to read a script and talk about how it makes my hair soft, like people are going to be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Like they can see through that shit so easily.
So this is my critique. Yeah. It's like, brands need to stop giving creators scripts.
Yes.
They got to tell them their
agree.
brand objectives.
Yes.
This is what we want to get. We want to get this message across. How would you say that?
Yeah, exactly. So like you say, it's all about getting a message across.
Yeah.
So they have to say, okay, this is the idea. This is sort of the vibe we're going for with this product. You know, can you help us get that image across? And if you can't, that's also fine. That's the thing. So it's okay for you to say, no, you know, I don't know how I'm going to get this across.
Dude, I say it so often to brands as well. Like I've turned down, it's
just alignment. Today. It's all about alignment.
I don't want to lose my brand identity because I'm taking up temporary money.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And going like taking on something where somebody's going to tell me exactly how to say, how to sound. I'm not going to be genuine to my audience.
No.
I'm not taking that on.
You can see it immediately. That's the thing. You can sense it even.
Yeah,
like,
you can. Like I want to have something that's an organic conversation with a brand that vibes with me. Like something that somebody that knows my content as well.
Yeah.
I spoke about it a long time ago with you guys, but I've been approached by a lot of orgs to join orgs. But one of my favorite conversations I ever had with somebody.
Orgies. For those of you that don't know, orgs is short for orgies.
Yeah, so they're organisms.
Yeah,
but they're organizations, and they're mainly esport organizations, but a lot of them have like content creator hubs.
Yes.
So I've been approached by quite a few of these, and I had a meeting with quite a big one, a really well-known one a while ago. I'm just saying like maybe 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I sat down with these guys. They're like, yeah, Chris, we really like your content and stuff. We think it vibes a hell of a lot and we're really excited. I'm like, oh, cool. How long have you guys been following me? And they said, from your CSGO days.
Yes.
And I was
remember this.
At that stage, I've never played CSGO on stream.
Yeah,
I've
literally.
never created, push any content.
Yeah.
The last time I played CS was probably like 1.6 or Source, and it was at a LAN. So unless like I was peeking through a window. So I just said, like they were like sitting there like really chuffed, like they nailed this thing. And I was like, I've never created content around CSGO. So I don't know where you would have seen that. I don't have any playtime on CSGO actually.
Yeah.
So this is, I think maybe you're reading the wrong information. Maybe this is an interview after me.
Or they just assume that you play Call of Duty, so you must have been doing this for a couple of years already, and judging by your age, and you know,
they thought it was like a safe bet.
Yeah.
So I said to them, guys, I'm not insulted by everything, but like we can't continue if this is not genuine.
Yeah, because it's very disingenuous. That's it. Like I also had one where they were like, oh yeah, you see, we want you to sort of come on brand with us. And it was like Wizards of Wisconsin or something. And I'm like, I know exactly why you're here. For those of you that don't know, my content name is Wizard of Oz, or streaming name Wizard of Oz 013. So I was like, I fucking know exactly why.
The 13th of his name.
Yeah, because all the other 12 were taken. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, so what actually inspired you about my content or attracted you? Literally 2 days radio silence.
Yeah. But that's, I tell people that all the time.
And then I just sent another question mark, and then they were like, no, the name. And I was like, well, no, sorry, the name isn't my content. I mean, it's not like, sure, it aligns with my brand, but it's not my content. It's like everybody comes there to see me saying, Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz.
But I always tell people that I say like an org has to provide value to you. It doesn't have to be money. So whenever I sit and people are like, I want you to join, I'm like, cool, what's the value exchange? And like I get to the point. But I get to the point like really, really quickly. I'm just like, okay, cool. What's the business transaction?
There's no fucking point in beating around the bush.
No.
So it's like an interview. This is the thing. They've called you in for a reason for an interview. It's a job interview. There's no point in fucking small talk unless, I will admit, they want to get to know more about you and see,
sure, of course.
If you're
that
coming
conversation
from a
has
point
to
of
happen.
Adversity and stuff like that, 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not confrontational. I just go, guys, okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
Now that we've got down to brass tacks.
Now that we've all watched each other's CSGO gameplay, okay, cool. What's the transaction? What do you what are you guys
value
providing
exchange,
to me and what do you want from me? I'd prefer people be honest and be like, Chris, you're very active in the community and people listen to your voice. And we want to tap into that. We want to see how we can utilize it to grab our brand. Cool.
100%.
Nice, open, honest. Thank you so much for that. What are you giving in exchange? Okay, well, we don't have financial backing, but like I get it all the time. Like, we can expose you to our audience. I'll be like, okay, cool. What's like? Do you have a media kit that I can have a look at? I want to see like what kind of demographics you got. Do they align to me? Do they, are they part of my tribe, or am I putting food on the wrong plates here?
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to understand those things as well. Are they going to are they going to take? I mean, the value comes in two ways. It either increases your revenue or decreases your cost, right? Yeah. So are they reducing my expenses? Are they giving me an editor? Yeah. Are they like handling my admin? Or what are they doing from that side? Are they finding me work? Like, what is it doing? Like, are they monitoring? That's value for me. So I'll be like, okay, cool, I'll exchange for that, but it has to be a fair exchange. Are you paying? Or are you reducing my costs? Are you reducing my efforts?
My biggest problem I have with the term exposure is that, like, it's my favorite thing, is that if, like, a best example is if you had to take all your exposure in a bag, go to FNB and be like, I'm paying my home loan with this exposure this month. It doesn't work. Like, and I can guarantee you those brands would be fucking mortified and offended if somebody had to come to them and be like, oh, well, we're just going to expose you to our brand. No. That's
sorry. Can I have a keyboard and I'll just I'll give you access to my audience?
Yeah, exactly. Even if it's fucking 5,000 people, it doesn't matter because the click-through rate isn't going to be that good. That's the difference.
It isn't. It's not your target market. Yeah. It's so important. Like, so one of my clients was approached by a big org. This person's in America. They were approached by a big org recently, and we were doing an analysis. Yeah. So it was a bit of back and forth with the organization. I was saying, just ask them for a media kit or some demographic data, who's their target market, who are they targeting, and who they're actually speaking to right now. Yeah. I want to understand if they're part of your audience. If they're not part of your audience, or they're going to be not going to be beneficial to you, then what's the point of doing it? Because it's not transferable.
And it's also poor work on their side if they think that, this person's got, say, 15,000 or however many followers. Yeah. And then
2.7 this person. Yeah. 2.7 million.
Okay, sorry, I apologize for offending you with 15,000.
No, this person's highly influential. So that's the thing, is like,
but that's are those 2.6 or 2.7 million people the brand's demographic? That's the thing. Like, do you think they did the research enough to then say, okay, well, I'm looking for an audience of 2.7 million people between the ages of X, Y, Z in this racial profile?
No, I'll tell you, like, my best guess is that they're going thumbsuck. At least if 5% of these people turn around and they're really keen to, like, get involved here, we're still speaking to 135,000 people. Yeah. So that's good enough for me. Yeah, exactly. So that's what they're doing. Yeah. So it's like, it's not the right approach, and it's that's why I say, like,
it's a very corporate approach in terms of just looking at numbers and not necessarily true engagement. This is the problem.
It's lazy. That's I mean, I'm going to be down the middle and just say, like, brands and creators are very lazy when it comes to brand work, or it comes to organizations and stuff, because people just see, okay, I'm just going to add this to this is going to be part of my, like, content CV, or, like, I've got really big content creators under my wing, so this is going to bring me value. It's going to bring us eyes. It doesn't. Like, it's not transferable. A really good example today, Lewis Hamilton is reputation. Like, there's the little things going around reported widely that he's going to be with Ferrari. For the 2025 season, right? Yes, yeah. So now people are going, okay, so now we support Ferrari. Yeah. Because now they support Lewis Hamilton, not the team, right? That's how it's exactly the same with organizations and brands. As soon as that person moves, they came to you with that person. They're going to leave you with that person. That's how it works. So, exactly, like, if it's not transferable unless you have the intense and utter concentration on how you're going to convert those people in a mutually beneficial way.
Especially in such a individual sport. So if you look at it, like, I know it's a team sport. They call it a team sport. F1 isn't a fucking team sport. I'm not going to be honest here. No. In my eyes, it isn't a team sport, because a team sport is two or more people aiming towards a proper goal where both of them succeed at the same level. Yeah. Let's put it that way. So doubles tennis, both of them get a gold medal. Doubles squash, both of them get a gold medal. Fucking paddle, both of them get a gold medal. A rugby
each
team,
of their contributions,
15 of them, or all 5,000 of them get a gold medal. So their contributions are
towards
equal.
The same result.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas an F1 team, it's actually just two drivers competing against each other underneath the same name.
They got two slots
on the race and second. They actually, in my opinion, should be 20 individual teams on that list. Could you imagine what that would be like if you had Puma, Nike, Adidas, Audi, Porsche, whatever, on 20 different fucking teams trying to compete? Because then it's a team sport with an individual driver. 100%.
Yeah, because your team is you and the engineers, right?
And they already have, most drivers already have the God complex of, I won this for my team, but they forget what the engineers do as well. So that's my problem.
I was actually watching
most of the people. So it's just like,
So Chloe released a podcast today. I think it was with Engine Mode.
Yes.
And her podcast is called Not My House.
Yes.
Not My House.
Not my house.
Not My House.
Not my house.
So Not My House, Chloe Zere, shout out, great interview and podcast host. But she was speaking to Engine Mode, Dan, who was a tech engineer, for Red Bull.
Yes,
between I think it was 2016, if I remember correctly, 2016 and 2021.
Yeah.
And he like talks about himself being like glorified.
He also has a podcast, by the way.
Yeah. Also so good. I can't remember the name of it. I listen.
Isn't it Pit Stop something?
Yeah, I need to actually find it. We need to actually give a shout out to that because it's also so good.
I'll find it.
But Engine Mode 11 on Twitter, he's so active on there, and he's got such great engagement.
It's fucking hilarious.
He's incredible. He's such a good guy. But he was talking about all the work that goes in at the back end. Like it's all the things that he was mentioning. I was just like, I didn't even think about that.
The engine braking pod.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah. The engine braking pod.
Okay. Yeah. So it was actually in the title of this podcast as well, was engine braking.
Yes.
Yeah. So, engine braking podcast. It's great. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he was everything that he was speaking about from his experience working with the Red Bull F1 team. I was just like, there's a lot more detail here than you think of. It's not just a race. It's not just a guy climbing in.
It's so political as well. That's the problem. There's so much like catty espionage that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, every team's got like a spy.
And you know, they're fucking paying each other.
Who's the spy in this
team? They should actually just all work in the same fucking workshop.
But I still want to see everybody race the same car.
Yeah,
like this is like a
what was that race where they did that?
There was I can't remember. We spoke about
Formula E. They raced the same car.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was. Formula.
I can't remember. It was something we spoke about.
And it was
before.
Different countries though, so they had all the different countries. Like South Africa was actually not too bad at that, right? That race, and everyone would race the same fucking car.
Yeah,
and then it was really down to the driver.
Yeah, which is interesting because here there's so many variables at play. Like I don't know if you've seen some of the wings that these teams are testing out, but they look fucking awful.
No.
They're weird. They're like circles and shit. Like
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Like this is what you want to see.
Shit. Yeah.
But that's what the sport really is right now. The sport is pushing mechanics and engineering and ingenuity. Like this is what they're doing. They're pushing science, which is amazing. I love it. I love it.
You see it in 5 years down the line in like minor changes that they do there. You see 5 years down the line in cars and production lines. You know?
I absolutely love it. And what I love about it as well, this is where I think like the two people in a team does bring some grounding to the sport, is that they both got the same car. They get calibrated, like the settings and stuff according to the driver, but that's on the driver, right?
Yeah.
So they've got the same machine under their legs.
Yeah.
You know, so if that's happening, it's like, okay, cool. At least there's two drivers that should be competitive.
Yeah.
And if they aren't, it shows you who's more dominant in their driving style.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so like that brings a little bit more competition, but it's like 10 competitions in one race.
Yeah.
Because it's like these cars driving against, like their drivers driving against each other with the same kind of car.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And then the rest is like a science competition.
Yeah, they're driving against each other and then they're driving against the other teams. You know, that's the thing.
Against God and science.
And no longer, what's his name? Gunther Steiner.
Yeah, dude, that's sad, man.
Actually, Gene, you know, we fucked up, Gene.
I love that guy, dude.
Yeah, you know what? I think he became a lot more popular after Drive to Survive.
For sure.
But it was just funny how like he had this character where he started. If you watch Drive to Survive, he talks about it where he started as literally like a pit engineer sort of thing, or part of the pit crew, and worked his way up into becoming I wanted to say pit boss, but it's actually a team manager.
The pit boss.
The pit boss.
Sounds like a YouTube channel about guys that grill on a pit, like a pit
There is
boss.
actually something called the pit boss on YouTube.
And it's exactly
really
that,
good.
right?
It's actually really good.
The pit boys.
Yeah, the pit boys.
Is it those old buddies that cook stuff, dude?
Yes.
And then they always give the thumbs up and like,
Yes, yeah, it's those guys. Yeah,
They're
they're like
really
always like
old and-
dancing. Yeah.
dude. And you're like,
Yeah.
why the hell?
Yeah.
Like this is amazing. This is
It's
exactly
those
what
two.
dads would do if they had a YouTube channel, dude.
100%. Yeah, so that's those two.
Yes.
And then there's another one called the Pit Boss, but that's like I think he's Dutch. Yeah, but he makes some really good shit anyway.
That's it.
Anyway, but yeah, so
We digress.
Yeah, we digress.
Of course.
From time to time.
That's literally what we should have called the podcast.
We
is
digress. Yeah, 100%. Refocus. But yeah, so I mean, with Günther Steiner also leaving, so that's going to be interesting to see. He's being replaced. I cannot remember his name now, but
it doesn't matter, dude. He's going to be second best to who everybody loves.
So this is the thing. I'm like, what if he comes in and just like fucks everything up in terms of like, not fucks everything up in a bad way, but just like fuck shit up. And then all of a sudden you've got fucking Haas.
Just like killing it.
Like a top two every race. Like,
Dude, it's not, I mean, it's not unheard of.
Then what's Günther Steiner's reputation going to be?
I'm Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. I am Jose Mourinho.
Dude, okay, so I had this idea at 2:00 in the morning the other day.
I am Jose Mourinho.
I just thought Jose Mourinho, but I'm looking over
Jose
at
Mourinho.
I'm looking over at the whiskey knowing that we still need to test this. But I had an idea, dude. So, you know how you made this, you had this crate or like this thing and you were making like, what was it called? The whiskey where you put like...
Oh yeah, the barrel
thing. No, so listen. So this...
I'm picking up what you're putting down already.
So I was thinking, right, we take an empty bottle, okay?
Yes.
And every time we review a whiskey, we put a shot into the bottle.
100%.
Okay? When the bottle gets to the top, it's the end of the season.
I'll tell you now.
Okay. He's going to tell me. He's busy. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what he's doing. He's opening a cupboard. He's looking. He's reaching. He's pulled it out. We've got a bottle. Okay. So this, are you okay to let go of that bottle?
Well, I'm not going to fucking let go of it. I mean, it's going to stay here.
No,
but
so this was the idea.
Okay, what's the
Listen
rest
to
of
me
the idea?
talk before you just pull out a cool fucking bottle, dude.
For those of you that don't know, sorry, it's a stormtrooper head.
So what we do is we take a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time we test the whiskey and the ones that we tested before, we put a shot of that into the bottle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When that bottle gets to the top, it's the end of the season.
Okay.
Okay. Every single guest that comes on signs the bottle and everything, and then we auction it off, and then we give the money away to charity. We invest it into whatever.
Yeah.
Dude.
Can we do 2
equipment and
bottles
stuff.
so that we can keep one?
We can for ourselves, yeah.
Yes,
but
I'd like to do that so that we can have a Chinwags season 1 blend.
Yeah.
2 bottles maximum. So one for us to keep for the podcast and then one to auction off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that goes back into podcast equipment, all of these things. Yeah, it doesn't need to be a nice bottle. I was even thinking you take like that.
Black and white.
No. What we do is we like strip the bottle. So it's maybe a cool looking bottle.
But you can buy bottles from Console.
But we cover it in, like that paper tape. And so it's like, it
like
looks
masking
like,
tape.
Yes, yeah, dude, that's the one. And then we because it's like paper, so we can all sign it and draw stupid shit on it. So,
or you can just
we decorate it.
or you can just get like
get a nice bottle.
Yeah, but like with one of those metallic gold pens that people can sign it with.
Yeah. So no, we're actually gonna make it look nice. I was just joking. But what do you think about that? So we fill that, and then that's like the season one, and then we do it for season 2.
I'm gonna buy,
and we write every name of the whiskeys that are in there.
I'm gonna go to Westpac and I'm gonna get 2 bottles for us this weekend, and I'm going to fill them up. Well, not fill them up. I'm going to put shots.
Yeah, because they have to be 750 mils. Because what's that? 32 shots, which is 32 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Which I think is quite cool.
That is. I like that idea a lot. Yeah, because that's about a year if you think about it.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah. It's a good chunk of the
every second week.
Yeah. It's a good chunk. I mean, we probably will do a bottle and a bit every year.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool. There's a bunch of ideas that we've got of things that we want to do.
Yeah.
But like, I think this is a really cool way of doing things.
And we're going to put our beard hairs in the bottom of the.
Yeah, we'll just tape it.
Yeah.
Like
no. We're going to sink them in the whiskey.
I'll put them in. Fair. I mean, if anybody wants specifics in there, we can also add those things. Yeah.
Mainly beard hair.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay,
well, speaking of whiskeys.
Yes.
I think I need you to hold this because we don't have a mic stand.
Why are you giving me a dick, dude?
Hey, yo. So this is the Airstone. We've had, I'm pretty sure, we haven't had it on the podcast, but we have had it sort of just in general drinking. The Airstone Land Cask 10-year, rich and smoky. It's a single malt Scotch whiskey. I got this for Christmas from Brittany.
So it's a PT,
yeah? Peat and dried matured inland for over 10 years for a rich and smoky tasting whiskey with a lasting finish. So there's 2 bottles that Airstone currently has, and they have the Land Cask and they have the Sea Cask.
And you got them both over here as well.
Yes, really cool. Do, side by side. I thought it would be quite cool to do a side-by-side comparison. You can see immediately right off the bat, for those of you that can't see actually.
Yeah, all our blind listeners.
I feel so bad every time I say that. Yeah. So you'll see the one's got a very dark amber caramelly color to it, and the other one's quite a light sort of whiskey color to it. I'm actually going to take a photo of them side by side because it's quite unreal. I didn't think there was this much color difference, but it's quite crazy.
And I like how they've also accentuated that with the labels.
Yes, yeah. So the Airstone Land Cask, which is the darker one, has a black label or a grey label. And the Airstone Sea Cask, which is stored obviously next to the sea, is smooth and easy, just like some people we know. And it's got a light.
Shout out to my ex.
Yeah, shout out to... Oh, that was quite a goodie actually. That was almost better than the Silky.
Damn,
actually.
Dude.
Okay, so we're going to just give these a pour and then go through the notes. A little bit of angel share there on the counter.
That one's for the homies.
I actually think for my birthday, I just want 2 little pouring.
Pourers, yeah.
Not the Jägermeister head where it looks like
the reindeer.
Yeah, but yes, you can smell that right off the bat. That is fucking peaty.
Dude, the first thing I got was like smoked bacon, dude. At least you haven't put any handy Andy on your counter, so we're sharp.
Yeah, no. That is smoky. Sure. Okay. If you really are, I'm going to suggest this right from the beginning. If you like smoky and peaty whiskies, go for the Airstone Land Cask. Holy puss.
I really enjoy my smoky.
Oh, so do I. Love it. Okay. So if you like your Land Cask, we can also have a Sea Cask whiskey to try. For the whiskey of our casks, for this whiskey, some of our casks are matured in a warehouse that are more exposed to the cooler sea air. That's the Sea Cask one. That's dumb that they put that. Okay, here's the Land Cask label.
Oh, they're both in the same box. That's interesting.
Different boxes though. The Land Cask comes in. I mean, the Sea Cask comes in a white box. Yeah,
but it's got the same information.
Similar. It'll have similar information. Okay. So the Land Casks. Some of our casks are matured in a warehouse. Oh, okay, never mind. It's the same as what's written on the bottle. My bad. Okay, yeah, carefully matured for over 10 years in the intense environment that surrounds our distillery in the Scottish Lowlands. For Airstone, we produce distinctive styles of whiskey, one called a Land Cask, which is rich and smoky, and one called a Sea Cask, which is smooth and easy. This is the Land Cask. Choose your flavor and savor the taste of the Scottish elements and the warmth and comfort of your home. So you're not allowed to drink this anywhere else. Okay?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So you actually have to take that in a takeaway sippy cup and drink it at your own house.
If I want to.
No, it said you have to. It says you enjoy it in your own home.
Oh, shit, I can't drink this here. Will you tell me? No, this is very smoky, but get past that.
Ooh, very rich, very
like wood,
like sherry. Yeah, a lot of wood, like French oak barrels specifically, and bourbon barrels actually.
But yes, dude, past that, there's a sweetness.
It's honey. I'll tell you that much.
Sure.
It's honey, but the apricot and stone fruit is also in there.
Definitely.
I know it feels like we say that every time, except for last week. Last week was a weird taste, but it was good.
Oh, it was nice.
Really good. That's silky. Yeah.
But definitely would honey, stone fruit, would definitely apricot peach.
Yeah, and even dare I say plum.
Ooh. When you say it, I can smell it.
Okay, let me just try to get this Airstone. Sorry, I'm trying to get onto the WizKey app here. Airstone.
Dude, while we're doing this, can I just tell you how irritated I am right now?
Wow.
That sticker on your air fryer is fucking skew, dude.
Yeah, no, and it's peeling off, dude. I didn't even stick it on, so it's not even me. Ooh. We're
on it.
I'm not on it, but we remember I said, did I say sherry?
Yeah,
I
you said
did, hey?
cherry. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got smoky bonfires, not bonfires.
Bon
Iver, sherried, peaty, and vanilla.
Vanilla.
The
Vanilla was in my
comes
mind.
through really nicely.
Yeah, vanilla
Ooh.
was something I wanted to say, and then you said honey, and I immediately smelled honey instead of vanilla. It's good. Let me try.
My word. That is. Oh,
Dude, that has so many flavors.
it really does. Did you want me to go through the tastes, or do you want to give it a bash? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 main flavors.
Oof, dude, it's so complex for me, dude.
It is quite
I feel
complex,
like I can
but
taste everything, but I can't.
It's all sort of in the same realm, but it is quite complex.
Campfire, like that.
yeah,
the campfire,
bonfires.
bonfire, yeah, for sure.
100%.
I mean, that's the upfront
You get the
smokiness.
tobacco ash as well. Like,
Yes, yeah,
like
yeah.
pipe tobacco. Like my
Yes.
dad smokes pipe tobacco, and this is what
This
it
is-
tastes like.
Yes, this is what the smell tastes like, I guess.
Yeah. Then the dried fruit,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Peaty, obviously smoky, obviously vanilla as well.
Yeah,
again.
vanilla's there.
And sweet. It just says sweet.
Yeah, we said,
So-
but yeah, that's. I mean, I still taste like a bit of honey coming through, but I think it's more in the taste than in the smell than the taste.
Again, like I haven't seen a whiskey in a long time where the taste sort of dictates or is dictated by the tasting notes. Like it's on the
Yeah,
money.
it's the same. Yeah,
Because even the aftertastes. So we've got smoky, sweet, tobacco ash, pepper, and medicinal. The
I don't
pepper,
I don't
get
taste the
pepper.
medicinal, but I can find the pepper. Should I say?
Yeah.
Like it's not something that's evident for me.
Yeah, it's not
until
on the
I-
nose. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, it isn't one of the main tastes. Obviously, the main aftertaste is that smokiness. Sure. that is
so nice.
if you're not used to smoke, that'll be violently smoky. Like I'm glad Albert actually didn't taste this one because he wouldn't have enjoyed it. He would not have enjoyed that.
I get a lot of people that say that that this is like, oh, this is so smoky. How do you taste it and this and that? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like my favorite whiskey is Lagavulin 16,
Yes.
which is a very peaty whiskey.
It is actually.
But I
surprisingly for the Lagavulin. Yeah.
But like even that, dude, the first sip I get, the first sip I understand can be like quite hectic. But straight after that, it's so sweet. Is this
That's just with a bit of water. Yeah. Just taste that. That
the
brings
whole
out
complexity changes.
changes. Eh? It's like a lot more dusty, like old tobacco ash, but it's a lot sweeter as well. And the smoky and peatiness isn't there as
Wow.
harsh.
Yeah, there's so much more sweet.
Changes it completely. It makes
I
it
can
almost
taste
like
a lot of sweet now.
like a premium monkey shoulder. Like if they had to mature a monkey shoulder for
Yeah.
like 10 years, this is I imagine what it would taste like.
Yes, but this is why I think to enjoy peaty whiskies. I think the first time I had Peat Monster, I had it paired with a really good cigar,
Yeah.
and that
it takes the edge off. It does.
takes the
It
smokiness
does.
way away, and you get a completely different taste. Like I'm not a massive cigar smoker at all. I have like one every 10 years.
Yeah, and it's usually for some chum's wedding or a 21st. Yeah.
It's something like that. So
Yeah.
like I won't go buy and like pop on like at home, you know.
No,
like
just
for
on
me
the
it's-
weekends. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that-
100%.
I went to it was an evening. I think it was for Better Man. Do you remember Better Man?
No,
There was an
was
an
it?
organization
like Soul
led
Buddies.
by Soul Buddies. No, there was I can't remember his name now. I can see his face, but he wanted to just bring back gentlemen, dude. So it was
Okay.
kind of like he organized like suit evenings, and then
Yes, actually, now that you say that,
Yes,
I do.
and we went through to an evening, and he organized. I think it was Remington, and we had like a little tasting there with like paired with cigars and stuff, and that was quite interesting. But like that was where I first like had like a cigar and something, and then like 2 weeks later I went to a braai. It was with a person that my wife was working with at that time, and they had like a year-end party at their house.
Yeah.
And the husband was like, "Chris, do you like whiskey?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love whiskey." He's
Yeah.
like, "Do you like cigars?" I'm like, "I could have a cigar."
Yeah.
He's like, "Come with me." So we walk and like go into his house, and then under his stairs, he just like whips, like he just lifts the floor, dude.
What's this?
puts this thing, latched it to the top. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. This wooden floor.
That's fucking wild.
And you walk down there, dude. I'm like, I'm fucking gonna die,
yeah,
dude.
you're gonna get slaughtered. Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Slowly,
He
bled out.
hasn't looked at me. He hasn't spoken. Nothing. He's just machining in front of me. And so you go down these stairs. It's very tight, and you turn the corner, and there's just this room, climate control. He turns on the lights, dim lights as well.
Yeah.
The middle table has all different types of cigars, maybe about 40, 50 different types of cigars. All the walls are just bottles.
Like a bourbon room.
Yeah.
I sent
So
you a
he's like,
TikTok
"Do you
on
like-"
like a bourbon room,
It's
dude.
amazing.
Oof.
So he's like, what kind of whiskey do you like? I'm like, dude, I've got choice fatigue. He's like, do you like PT whiskeys? And back then I was like, I wasn't such a connoisseur. Like I didn't really understand
Like
the
you
different
didn't
things.
understand like
But
what
I was like,
PT
I
and
need to be fucking cool
PTs,
now,
yeah.
dude, because look at this. I was like,
Yeah,
I
fucking-
love PT.
I love
He's like,
ashtrays.
how much do you like? He's like, how much do you like PT? I'm like, oh, the PT the better. He's like, okay, I've got something for you,
You
dude.
dumb fucked up boy.
And then he pulled out Pete Monster.
Yeah. and that is like, yeah, to the casual whiskey drinker, that is not a fucking game,
No, dude.
Yeah.
But weirdly for me, I enjoyed it. I was like, I mean, it was paired with a cigar, which takes away that initial smokiness, and you just get that. I don't know. It tastes kind of syrupy,
It
like
is.
behind that smoke. You know?
But that's it. Like even that with a little bit of water, you get a lot of the sweetness coming through, and that's it. They rely because if you had to make something that was just smoke, it would be absolute gobshot. That's the problem.
Yeah,
So you can't just.
That's not
have
the point
smoke.
of a PT whiskey.
No, it's about the complexity.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So like even you get there's one, I can't remember what they call it or which one it is, but they actually take the whiskey barrels and they bury them in peat bogs.
Yes.
And
we
they-
spoke about
yeah,
this. I
and
can't
they-
remember.
They bury them in the peat bogs, and I think to myself, fuck, that must be such an interesting flavor profile that it develops.
Yeah.
Like it must taste like a smoky beetroot because
Yeah,
of the
literally.
earthy tones, you know,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And I mean, that's it. Beetroot just tastes like fucking dirt, in my opinion. I fucking hate beetroot.
Beetroot.
Yeah.
No,
Next
dude,
time
what's
you have
your
a
gripe?
beetroot. Next time you have
They're
a beetroot,
sweet.
dude.
They're nice, dude. I like
Next
beetroot.
time you have a beetroot, just think of dirt, okay?
No,
and
dude.
it'll fucking ruin it.
You
I
got to
promise
cook it, man. You got to take the skin off.
No, you got to chow that thing like an apple, my man. You got to eat that thing like an apple. Just
Dude,
No, but
you got a
genuinely.
fucking hate for vegetables, dude.
Not all vegetables.
Patty
Not all
pans?
yeah, patty pans. It's a water balloon.
Squash.
No, that I'm turning squash. I'm
But
okay
I don't know.
with
Like
squash.
for me, patty pans are better than
Squash with a bit of tomato and onion mix.
Yeah, but then you're
Yeah,
not
no,
eating the
lekker.
squash.
No,
No,
you
I'm
are.
talking. No, listen. I'm
That's like
talking.
saying, but a steak, you know, with some veggies on the side. You're not eating the steak. You're eating the veggies.
No. I'm saying like you can't change the flavor of something. You can't go like, oh, it's like those people that are like, "Ugh, I don't really like snails, but I like the sauce. I'm like, fucking order the sauce, dude.
I mean, I would if I could.
Yeah,
You know,
but
but
like,
I
don't
do
just
like
eat
snails,
the
but-
snollies, dude.
It's just.
You know what I mean? It's like people are like, oh yeah, the texture's a bit weird, but the the bread and the sauce is really nice.
Then
I'm
just
like,
order garlic dippings or butter.
that's what I'm
and
saying,
bread.
dude.
Yeah, no,
like you don't need to
100%.
order the snollies, dude.
No,
But
I
it's
get
the same.
that.
This is what I'm saying about like the vegetables. I know we're going straight
Okay.
off of whiskey into this like
No,
thing,
no,
but
that's fine. Yeah.
but like if you can't eat a vegetable by itself, you don't like it.
No, fair. So like for me, like pumpkin, I enjoy pumpkin.
Pumpkin's good.
Yeah,
For me,
mealies,
like
peas.
oh,
you know,
yeah,
all of I
love those.
enjoy the starchy veg.
But I'm saying like
I'm
squash.
I'm learning to. I'm
Gem
learning
squash.
to. Yeah, you see, this is the thing. I'm learning to
It's like
enjoy.
watery, fibrous pumpkin, dude.
You
For
see-
me,
but you see, that's what puts me off. You know, like when you get a shit nachi and it
Yeah,
puts
yeah,
your
yeah.
fucking nachis for your whole, it'll put me off nachis for a whole season
Mm.
that I actually cannot eat a nachi or an orange when it tastes like an old man's finger. That's what a sip.
Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, it tastes like cinnamon Wilson. That's it. It tastes like an old man's finger, like a fruit nachi, you know. And it puts me off nachis for a whole season. And I'm like, actually, fuck nachis. I can't eat them, you know.
I get that,
So
dude.
like gem squash, if you have a watery gem squash where it tastes like nothing,
But dude, that's the thing
It's
for
the
me. It's like
worst.
most of them do. I
then it
don't
just
think,
tastes like a patty pan.
but like that's where I think like a patty pan at least holds its flavor, because with a gem squash you have to take out 90% of what's inside it, and then you're just left with like the part between the inside and the outside. That's what you eat on a gem.
Controversial opinion.
Yeah,
Gem squashes are basically the same as a cantaloupe
they
or a
yeah.
spunspeck, but just cantaloupe and spunspeck are fruit. I mean, they're sweet.
But gem squash has that fucking. They got a space of nothing inside them. They're like the Lay's,
I mean, it's
the
seeds.
Lay's chips of the vegetable
No,
world, dude.
fair. So why do you have such a personal gripe against gem squash, dude?
I just think they're overrated, dude.
Yeah, no, they are overrated. 100%.
Like,
There's
people are
much
like, yeah,
better
but you put butter in them. I'm like, just fucking eat butter.
I mean,
I would.
my doctor said no, but sure.
But you know what I mean? It's like you don't like the gem squash, you like the butter.
But you can.
Complementary flavors, and you can make things taste better. I agree.
I'm going to ask you a question here then, okay? So firstly, sorry, before we digress too far, Airstone,
we need to rate this.
cask, for me, land cask, I much prefer it to the sea cask. Thanks, Brit. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah, that's a great purchase.
That is a fantastic fucking purchase. Like, this is actually like 100%. I'm going to add this one as, this one I'd say
high,
like,
dude. What's it out of 5?
Yeah, I'd say this is a 4.5 in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd
and
even
I'm
go
going to add it to my favorites. 100%.
Like from my side, I mean, I love.
And also price wise.
Yeah, how much?
If I'm not mistaken, you're looking at about $3.50.
Oh my God, it's so
$3.50 for this bottle. It's just like the same as the Silky.
Yeah.
Good fucking quality
and
whiskey
that's
for
2
cheap.
great
dude.
whiskeys, dude. For
3.
real.
We had the Tumnavalin, cherry
Tumnavalin,
cask.
you can't go
we
wrong.
had this one, and then we had the Silky. So that's like 3 in a row that are
They're bangers, dude.
Next.
Paul John.
We'll also, yes, next is the Paul John. Or the, what's the other one that I bought? I can't remember what I bought the Tumnavalin cherry. Yeah. Okay, so Paul John, but also tequila. I want to start doing tequila tasting along with the
Season
whiskeys.
2.
Yes, tequila
Season
bottle.
2 tequila, and then we fill up a tequila bottle.
Especially because this Rojo Rooster that I've got you on the counter, they're releasing a new one now called the Smoky Rooster. And it's like the Añejo, which is it's like the matured one. So it's like in a barrel. Yeah. But it's smoky.
Tequila's just expensive, so we got to find sponsors before then, dude.
Rojo Rooster, hear me out. Listen, Rojo Rooster. It just means the red rooster for those of you. It's quite funny because the mascot just looks like an old pill, dude.
What is wrong with that?
That thing's seen shit. But
that is banged up.
Okay, but Airstone.
Yes.
What are you rating it?
Dude, I'd put it as a solid 4.75, to be honest.
4.75. I like it. For me, I'm going 4.5 because
I want to leave space for something else. But
in terms of smoke, it's very good smoke level.
Yeah. Almost a perfect smoke level, in my opinion.
Yes.
Dude. Like, this is very close to Lagavulin for me.
Yes. I want to say perfect smoke level because you can have more than, say, 2 or 3 without it getting too much.
Yeah.
Whereas Peat Monster, Fisherman's Nightcap,
can't have too much.
All of those, they get too much. You know, then it's like, it's dense. That's the
even
problem.
That Lagavulin 16. So I've got a bottle of Lagavulin 16 at home. My mom bought it for me for my 30th. birthday. No, I think it was like my 29th or 28th. Yeah. So for listeners that don't know,
now it's a 23-year-old whiskey.
Well, for those that don't know, my mom passed away in like 2021. So I always have a shot of it on her birthday or the day that she passed. So I always have like a little tot. And I've enjoyed it a lot, but I think I'm like almost like scraping the bottom of that. So I would bring that for us to have a little taste test, but I just want to see how much is in there.
No, I'd rather just buy a fresh bottle.
But that bottle's like $1,000.
Okay, somebody buys a bottle.
They're expensive, dude. Because I was like, no, I mean, I'll drink this and then, I'll just keep on doing it. Because I want to do that. I mean, that's going to be the ritual that I'll just carry on.
Yeah, exactly. That you buy the bottle. You know what you should do, actually? Hear me out. You should take whatever's left, buy a new bottle, take that amount out and put that in. You've constantly got it'll be diluted over a very
but it doesn't matter. It's a little piece of it.
The idea of it is
that's cool. I like that idea. That's really cool.
Or you must just buy a little bottle and keep that little bit, but then have fresh bottles. Yeah. And then you just rub them against each other. And then it passes the magic on.
Damn, dude.
Look at us, mementos. But that for me is, especially if you're looking at getting into like super smoky whiskeys. Yeah. And in terms of super smoky, I mean, for the average whiskey drinker, super smoky, this Airstone Land cask is a nice trial. I think, definitely a nice trial. Other than that, sort of monkey shoulder, I know a lot of people, that's the furthest they go. And then they just make like cocktails with monkey shoulder.
I mean, even Monkey Shoulder describes himself as like a mixing whiskey. That's a fucking strange.
It's some people do it like.
I mean, it's a marketing thing. They're going to make more money because the smoky or the PT market isn't a massive one for people because it's quite niche. So I think that's kind of their entry into it. It's like, let me put these hooks on drugs.
Exactly, but it's like brandy and Coke. Sure, it's strange to have a whiskey as a mixer, but if you think about it, Jack and Lime.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, a whiskey sours, that's a cocktail. Old fashions, like whiskey is actually a cocktail like mix if you think about it. Like old fashions and stuff are fucking amazing. I love an old fashioned. But yes, okay. So the question I want to ask you then, if you say that you actually like the flavor combination or you actually prefer the butter instead of the gem squash, then why do you add milk to your coffee?
No, sure.
Because then you see, so that's it's
sure.
also like then because then people are like, oh, you actually just like the taste of milk, and not the coffee.
But that's a like
which I don't agree with.
I don't feel like
I don't agree with.
Yeah, I don't feel like it changes the flavor too much.
No, it does. It doesn't enough.
No.
It takes the edge off.
It takes the bitterness away a little bit.
It takes the edge off 100% because
it's the same as
the
like
milk hides that little bitterness. Yeah.
For me, can I tell you honestly why I add milk to my coffee? Is otherwise my coffee is going to sit there. Coffee has this thing, right, where it goes, why are you
otherwise you're going to choke on it like a little chihuahua.
4 times I've done that on stream, dude. 4 fucking times. I don't know how to drink coffee, dude. Can I tell you the problem is like when I get close to the end, I'm like, if I like, let me just finish this all in one sip. Yeah. So I try and put as much of it into my mouth as possible. And then I try and breathe for some reason because I'm like, this is taking fucking ages. So I take a little breath, and that little breath comes with coffee because my mouth's so fucking full. But you want to feel caffeine hit you, dude. Put it in your lungs.
Yeah,
put it in your lungs.
Yeah, it's like when you when you're smoking the marijuanas and they all like hold it in and you're like, hold up, breathe. It's better.
Deep breath, breathe
and
afterwards.
Then eventually everybody's sitting on the couch here lightheaded because they're fucked. Yes, everybody's like.
Yeah, but everybody's got such cut lungs. If they just hold their breath anyways, they'd feel lightheaded.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
So I add milk because coffee for me is, especially black coffee, it's extremely fucking hot. And then it's extremely fucking cold. There's no warm part of it. Like there's no, for me, I can't drink really hot
in
coffee.
Between. Yeah.
I can't drink hot coffee. Like it has to be, it has to come down a little bit.
I really enjoy espressos, double espressos, espresso cortados especially. But then again, cortado, it's a double espresso with, what's that little warning over there?
It's limited space remaining. We've got 13 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, we can.
Well, let's talk about the next question.
Okay. What's the next question?
I'm thinking, like, I've laughed a lot of. I've seen this like on TikTok and stuff, and I really want to dig into it because I feel like we've got some burners.
Yeah.
But the best nickname that you've come across.
I just can't get over the fucking smell of this whiskey.
The best nickname that you came across in school, whatever it is, along with the story. We want to know why that person has that nickname. The more creative, the better.
Sure. Okay, I'll have to think about you go so long because I'll have to think about this.
I haven't thought of things in particular. There's so many stories, dude. But like I want to go back and I want to start writing these down. I just want to ask the question. I want to put it out on Twitter. I want to put it out on the podcast. I have to think about
it because like
and then we address this next week.
Yeah. So like I mean, when I went to school in Krugersdorp, we sort of who's the best at giving nicknames to people is colored people.
Yeah, 100%.
They're the fucking best because
like
so good. It was my absolute favorite because
it's so like we played
rugby against.
It's the thing that you don't notice until they say something and you're like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah. But that's it. Like we'd play rugby against like some of the sort of development clubs when we were playing rugby in school and stuff. And then they'd like you just hear names getting thrown out, and then you're like, "Who the fuck are they talking to?" And then you realize they're actually talking about us. And then like I can't remember what they called the one. Like, they called him Nas, and then we were like, "But he doesn't look anything like Nas Puerta." When we were having a beer after the match, and they're like, "No, it's because his uniform didn't get fucking dirty." And we were like, there we go. So you see, so like that's also like Nas Puerta as a fucking classic. He'd have a brand new fucking uniform because he never made a tackle, sort of thing.
Dude, that is so intricate. I love that, dude. It's like Justin. I made Justin.
Yes,
that man,
he's pro at naming people. He is
so good at naming people. It does like you think it's a terrible nickname and then it's stuck.
Yeah.
It's just stuck forever. So, I mean, your nickname on the group was the fuck.
The fuck.
And everybody's like, why'd you call him the fuck? And it's like, because it was the first time that you came into the group and it's like somebody was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So they just called you the fuck.
The fuck.
So, but Officer Plod, that one is so funny, dude. So, so when we have a finds evening, we have to all have a hat and stuff. And one of our Prince Benny Boy, he put a
No, he had his moustache, but he had like the
very Magnum
porno
PI
fucking sunglasses as well.
and then he put his little officer hat on, and he came walking down, and he was tanked, dude. So
Yes.
like he was swaying from side to side. And
He even
then
had the little red nose.
Yes, this is funny. And then Juzzy just shouts it out. Hey, it's Officer Plod.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard that name for so long. From Noddy back in the day, dude. That took me straight back to the 90s, dude. And I just heard the music. Dum, ba-dum, ba-do-do-do-dum. So at BCL, we've got like a full DJ setup. We've got like 90,000 rands worth of like DJ equipment, lasers,
and alles. Well,
like
not
all
this
stuff.
Not this past one, Michal, if you
We
are
still had
listening.
lasers and everything. I think it
No,
was,
we did.
yeah.
We didn't have bass bins though.
But what we did is like when he was walking down to the party house, which is like it was like sitting on the tennis courts. There's like this little bar area, right?
Whoever was DJ.
Yeah. So whenever this guy was walking down there, we'd play that music. Dum, 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 dum. And he's just walking down and he's drunk and he can't hear shit, but everybody else is in hysterics.
Tears. Yes, this is funny.
Man, that was so good. But I'm so excited to hear everybody's nicknames.
We've got a couple. My dad actually, funny enough, in our management meeting last week Friday, we have what we call our bullet points. So everybody has to bring a bullet point for the week, like something they've learned or a motivational thing. So like mine was, there's no I in team, or there is an I in team. It's in the A hole.
That's so good.
So that was a subtle dig.
I've never heard that. That's
Quite
really
a good
yeah.
one, yeah. And he sort of did a couple of these nicknames, and we were like, he gave a couple of these nicknames. We were like, fuck, we know these people in our factory. Like, so the one was Sensor Light, and that means it only works when somebody walks past. That was my favorite one, Sensor Light. Fucking love that one. And then
so good.
there was another one. It was, I can't remember. Credit card.
Yeah.
Does zero work but takes the credit for everything.
That's so good.
That was fucking brilliant, actually.
That
but
is
yeah,
so good.
I'm keen, actually. So yeah, like Bum said, if you've got any good stories of nicknames from school or wherever,
Yeah, give us the full story. I'll put up a
even
Google form.
even like currently, we'll keep you anonymous if you want.
Yeah, you don't have to share your name, but
Yeah.
we do put the option if you guys do want the credit. But I'll put up a Google form on my Twitter profile and we'll put it out there.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to partake, like the more interactions, the better. Like I really want to dig into these because I think it's gonna be hilarious.
Don't steal the ones from the radio, from the fucking radio things on TikTok. I can guarantee
we know
you've
them.
seen them.
we know them. I want to hear genuine things. Like I want to hear this person's life story. Like I want to know.
The other one was air traffic controller, because all they do is complain. That's a good one. Yeah.
I like it.
Anyway.
Okay, cool. We've got 7 minutes on this recording. I think we've gone over we're
I was
almost on
gonna say,
2.5
we've got
hours,
a lot, dude. Yeah, we've done
It's
a
like
lot.
11:45, dude. No, I'm
Fucking
joking. It's 11:45.
No, I was going to say, fucking joking.
Oh, you fucking joking,
Joking, mate.
We need to end off on a banger, dude.
Yeah.
Like, give me a fact. Give me something crazy, dude.
Sure. Fun fact.
You don't have to say that. I already introduced
elephant,
it. Yes.
Sorry. One of the elephant's closest relatives is a Dussie, a rock hyrax. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. But also elephants can't jump.
Yeah, they can't. That sucks, dude.
Yeah. Hey, imagine
Why
that.
would they though?
Well, I mean, if jumping over mice, maybe if they don't want to step on the mouse, you know.
Why are they so considerate of mice, by the way?
That is very nice, because they're scared of them.
Why?
Because
they
the
got
Mouse
trunk.
Mafia. Yeah.
Oh, the mice.
Yeah,
The Mouse Mafia.
Mafia.
That's a very good point.
That's actually also for next week. The Mouse Mafia. We'll get onto that.
Yeah, that's a big topic.
It's between Corsair and Red Dragon.
We're not going to make it to the next podcast. We're going to be taken out by the Mouse Mafia.
We've said
dude.
too much already. Oh, shit. If we die, just know Rushka did it.
You fucking vagina.
It's like she's here. And you, okay, what's your fun fact or something?
No, that's it, dude. I love that. I want to end on the Mouse Mafia,
Okay,
dude. I
the
think
Mouse Mafia.
That's flipping hilarious, dude. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
If you enjoy the podcast, give it a share it with your family. The more the merrier, dude. We really want to grow this
Share it
out.
with your deaf grand. Just put it on a Spotify.
No, not a deaf. Like the blind one, because we talk about
No, but the deaf one as well. I mean,
yeah, that's fine. She doesn't need to hear that
you
much.
can put closed captions on YouTube, actually. Automatically generated closed captions.
You can. Yeah.
So there you go.
There we
Look
go.
at that. Okay, well, thank you, everyone.
Podcast.
Bye.